All right, we got YouTube up.
Secretary speaking out.
President Trump is not planning
Good morning, Colton, Janie, and Bud.
at the Federal Reserve, and you combine that with Secretary of the Treasury Stephen Mnuchin making these phone calls on Sunday to the six largest banks and making sure that that news was known.
Hillary Kramer edits the financial newsletter Game Changers in cooperation with Salem Media. Markets open today after Monday's losses. With SRN Business, I'm George Manzani.
Son of a gun.
Cycled their live Christmas trees this season. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. The City of Montgomery, Montgomery Clean City Commission, and the Alabama Department of Conservation will accept trees this Saturday, the 29th, and next Saturday, January 5th. State lawmakers will hold their organizational session next month. Legislators will meet in Montgomery beginning January 8th to organize for their four-year term. Lawmakers will elect a Speaker of the House and other leadership positions, approve rules, and receive committee assignments. Facebook has suspended 5 accounts for misleading tactics during last year's U.S. Senate race in Alabama. Facebook says the company recently removed 5 accounts run by multiple individuals for engaging in coordinated, inauthentic behavior on Facebook around the Alabama special election. Facebook says the investigation is ongoing. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
Let's face it, attending LBW Community College is one of the best decisions you'll make for your education and ultimate earning potential. The fact that it's close to home is a plus. Save on transportation and housing expenses by getting your first 2 years at LBW Community College. Or take advantage of one of the many career technical training programs to prepare you for some of the most in-demand jobs out there. Learn more at www.lbwcc.edu. LBW Community College. Your future, your college, your choice. Register now. Classes start January 7th.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by the Chief on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP. The Orange Bowl featuring 2 teams and 2 top quarterbacks in Alabama and Oklahoma. They'll meet in Miami with the Sooners being led by Heisman winner Kyler Murray, going up against Heisman finalist Tua Tagovailoa. The Crimson Tide are making their 5th appearance in the college football playoff after a 13-0 season and an SEC championship. While the Sooners went 12-1, winning the Big 12 title. Oklahoma led the FBS in scoring, putting up 49.5 points per game, but the Crimson Tide are right behind them, second, with a 47.9 scoring average. The difference is the defense. Oklahoma allowing 32.5 points per game, Alabama only giving up less than 15, and they have 2 shutouts this season. The Sooners are not all about passing. Running back Kennedy Brooks has over 1,000 yards and 12 TDs. Murray is a threat to score with 11 rushing touchdowns. Alabama's defense led by 2 All-Americans, Quinnen Williams and safety Deontay Thompson. I'm Tony Desiri on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season. St. Louis, Missouri.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from everyone at Horn Beverage, Donna, Booty, Forrest, and Sam.
Mahindra presents the Race Flash.
Powered by SB Nation Radio.
NASCAR year in review. Austin Dillon opened the season with a victory in the 60th running of the Daytona 500, driving the iconic number 3 to victory lane. The win 17 years of the day. The Dale Earnhardt died in a final lap crash of the Great American Race. Dillon led only the final lap of the race. It was just the second driver ever to win the Daytona 500 on the final lap. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick led the series this season with 8 victories. Defending Cup champion Martin Truex Jr. won 4 races, but Joey Logano won the Cup title with a victory in the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Tyler Reddick, driving for JR Motorsports, won the Xfinity Series title, and the Camping World Series title went to Brett Moffitt. That's your Mahindra Race Flash.
Powered by SB Nation Radio.
Ring in 2019 with Extreme, powered by Mediacom's future forward speeds up to 1 gig. And experience smarter TiVo-powered TV on every screen in your home. No smart TV required. Plus, get home phone service with unlimited nationwide calling. And slow internet provider before this offer ends, you save 62%. That's 62% off internet with Wi-Fi, TV with TiVo Intelligence, and home phone. You get it all for as low as $21.66 each service a month for 1 year when bundled. You have to call 800-SIMPLIFY soon, though, like right now, because just like 2018, this offer won't last. Extreme, powered by Mediacom. Available to qualified new customers only switching from current internet provider. Price doesn't include activation, installation, modem rental, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes and fees. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas. Call Mediacom for more details.
Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What day is it today, right? It happens to be Wednesday morning, the 26th day of December. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas day. How about 67 degrees on Christmas?
Yo.
Not bad at all. And we have another nice day today, but big weather changes are on the way. I know some of you may be off all Christmas week. Some of you will be traveling today. I know a lot of people who will be traveling. And some folks like me are back to the work grind with an alarm that went off at 1:35 a.m. this morning. That was not easy. But let's talk about this big storm system on the way, coming in two parts, kind of meshed together with the threat of rain for 5 days straight. Not continuously, but the total rainfall amounts could be significant. And I'm talking about some extremely heavy totals. Wait till you see that map. Let's get into the meat and potatoes this morning. We have nice weather today, but look at that massive storm system out to the west of us, dominating the western states, the Rockies, and the central plains and the southern plains. Moving on eastward, that's our future. And in fact, even a risk of severe weather today, especially out in Texas, where there's an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms and maybe some tornadoes. The storm system edges eastward. The rain comes in late tonight, especially in the wee hours of the morning. I think the rain is primarily light early on as it begins. This is a radar loop that goes from midnight tonight till noon on Thursday, showing the rain moving through Alabama during the nighttime hours tonight, and also into the day tomorrow. And the stronger storms reaching the Mississippi River by noon on Thursday. Mostly sunny here today. There will be some clouds increasing later on. 50% chance of rain late tonight. Today's high at least in the mid-60s. Tonight's low 52, and this is tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, the rain is trashed. I think it's going to be a morning commute and a wet day ahead, with the risk of severe thunderstorms possibly in the western and southwestern during the daytime hours Thursday. We're going to have to watch the severe weather risk. Right now, I don't think we're going to see widespread severe weather, but we're going to have to watch Thursday night into Friday morning as the storm system moves in. In fact, here's Friday morning at 6 a.m. See a small line moving across central and north central Alabama into southwest Alabama. Thunderstorms perhaps. Friday noon, rain dominating much of the area, but I think we'll get a break as we get towards Friday evening. Notice that the showers move into southeast Alabama, so maybe a break for a little while Friday night before another surge of rain comes into the area Saturday. So more wet weather ahead for the upcoming weekend. This is kind of a separate storm system, and Sunday looks like a wet day with scattered showers around from time to time as well. By the way, that will continue on New Year's Eve Monday. This is noon Monday, and I think not only during the daytime hours, but this is New Year's Eve midnight, so the risk of showers and thunderstorms will be around even on Monday night and probably into Tuesday as well. And the total rainfall amounts could be significant. We're talking about rainfall amounts that, when you add up the next 7 days, could be more than 5 inches in some areas, 5 to 6 inches perhaps across parts of central Alabama. That could cause flooding in spots, so watch out for that. Next few days, 100% chance of rain I'm having for Thursday, with a high temperature in the upper 60s. Moving in the low 70s on Friday with showers and thunderstorms. And then it looks like near 70 on Saturday with the risk of more showers coming in. And that continues on Sunday and into Monday and probably into Tuesday as well. We're looking way out there now, and we see that past New Year's Day, we get into a much colder time. High temperatures and lows tonight probably near the freeze level as well. Oh, by the way, you remember what we had last year at this time? Starting Christmas Day and going through January 7th, 10 freezes in a row. Coldest temperature was 18 degrees, but the New Year's Day high was 33 degrees. That's what we were dealing with, an Arctic outbreak a year ago today. I've been scanning the distant horizon, the long-range maps, and I don't see any shocking Arctic outbreaks in our future yet. We know they're going to be coming, but I just don't see them out through the middle of January, but I'll keep an eye out for you. Have a great day today. We're live on the radio this morning. A regular day, 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1. Without Greg, though, Jay and Emily and I will hold down the fort today. And we'll be also live on CBS 8 and ABC 32. Talking Weather with Ryan Stedman at 5:50 a.m. this morning. And another video for you first thing tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. And of course, as always, your forecast, whatever you want, at twice an hour across the dial on 8 radio stations, the Blue Water family of stations. Have a great day. I'll see you later.
The Country Kitchen. Miss Mary, Carla, and Stout wishes everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. Even an old-time Merry Christmas.
Bicycles, candy canes, and candlelight.
Merry Christmas from the Country Kitchen. Miss Mary, Carla, and Stout.
Have an all-time Christmas.
Many servicemen have spent traveling to home at an airport just to make it home for Christmas. Ask the members of the Amvest Post 23 how they remember getting home for Christmas. Our time now to wish each and every one a very Merry Christmas from the members of the Amvest Post 23 here in Hop.
It's so tough for young people today because there's this measurement. They're like a celebrity from 10 or 20 years ago that had to be careful every time they walked out of the house because every comment they made was judged, what they were wearing was judged. That's all our kids today.
Jonathan McKee on Focus on the Family Minute.
They're being judged all the time by this little device that's being carried around in their pocket. So these moms and dads, when I asked that wellness expert, what can we do? Again, his advice was, give them a break from this technology. Let them realize that, their value is based way more than just this little device in their pocket, And we need to not only build into our kids' value, but we need to teach them that to draw their value from more than just, a little thumbs up, just a like, a follow. Life is so much more than that.
Give your child a break from technology and remind them of their true worth. More from Jonathan at FamilyMinute.org.
This is Ward's Daily Almanac. I'm W.B. Ward. Today is Wednesday, December 26th, and one movie kept at least one little girl's head turning. That and more on Ward's Daily Almanac.
Everybody buckle up. Buckle up. Let's go. Buckle up. You go to the store? Buckle up. Ice cream. Everybody, buckle up.
A lot goes on in the car, but you're in control. So only move when you hear the click that says they're buckled in. Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Among those born today, all-around performer Steve Allen. Other birthdays today include Richard Widmark, Phil Spector, Craig Davis, and John Walsh. James Mason patented an invention that helps most of us get our day started. Today in 1865, he received a patent for the first coffee percolator. Today in 1939, W.C. Andy, one of the most legendary blues composers ever, recorded St. Louis Blues with his band for Varsity Records in New York City. With financing arranged by mobster Bugsy Siegel, the Flamingo Hotel opened on the Las Vegas Strip on this date in 1946. Bad weather kept many guests from arriving, and because gamblers had no rooms at the hotel, they took their winnings and gambled elsewhere. The casino lost $300,000 in the first week of operation. Some people called the movie a real head-turner. Starring Linda Blair as the girl possessed by an evil spirit, The Exorcist made its theatrical debut on this date in 1973. That's a look at Wednesday, December 26th. To find out what happened on this or any other day of the year, just visit my website at wbward.com. That address again is wbward.com.
It's gonna be a catfish Christmas. Santa's on the lake. It's gonna be a catfish Christmas. Reeling in the holiday.
The The staff of David's Catfish House would like to wish all their customers a very Merry Christmas. Catfish for Christmas from David's Catfish House is a great Christmas present.
That's right. We wish you all Merry Christmas.
The people of Young's Forest would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From our families to you, Sheila Dye from C&B Florist, joining Young's Florist, Lori Spivey, Laura Hawthorne, and Virgil Sasser. Merry, Merry Christmas to everyone. Christmas is not an American holiday, not British or French or Canadian. Christmas is a celebration for all who follow Christ, wherever they may be. This Christmas season, Dr. Ken and Terry Crow hopes all those the world over who cherish the ideas of peace and freedom will celebrate a Christmas of hope. From Dr. Ken and Terry Crow, a very Merry Christmas.
As another year comes to an end, we pause to say thank you for allowing us to serve you in 2018, and we look forward to serving you in 2019. Wishing you a joyous holiday season, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year from all of us at CCB, member FDIC.
Why does Hardee's make biscuits from scratch? That's like asking why clowns scare people. Because it's what we were born to do, and because it makes them delicious. We were also born to let you choose from our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage and egg biscuit, or Frisco breakfast sandwich, and mix and match any two of these for only $4. That's right, as newborns, we came up with this 2 for $4 mix and match idea and started making delicious biscuits from scratch. Talk about proud parents.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price of participation may vary, tax not included.
Joe Richburg, JR's Lawnmower Shop. Like to wish all of you out there a Merry Christmas. Don't forget the reason for the season, folks. It's not me and you, it's Jesus Christ. And hey, we thank you for all the business you've done with us in 2018. We're looking forward to 2019. And from Joe and Kelly and all the employees here at JR's, we just say a warm and a Merry Christmas. Maybe all of you health be good and you have a prosperous 2019. From JR's and all the employees, Merry Christmas.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from everyone at Horn Beverage, Donna, Booty, Forrest, and Sam.
Pack and Ship can't promise a white Christmas, but we can take the hassle out of holiday shipping so you can relax and celebrate the real reason for the season.
And the angel said to them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
Pack and Ship, 406 River Fall Street, Andalusia.
I'm Mayor Becky Braggie, and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and the very best in the coming year. I pray that your Christmas is blessed with the joy and peace of the season, and that carries into the new year. God bless you and Merry Christmas from the Mayor, the City Council, and the City of Opp employees.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Here's your weather bug yellow weather. I'm Rod Tanner. Well, this morning or the day after Christmas, we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high 67 this afternoon. There's a 5 in 10 chance of rain overnight. The mostly cloudy conditions, our low should be 54. We'll have more showers. We could have a thunderstorm Thursday. It'll be cloudy with a high 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm continue Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night's low 64. Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year on Saturday, we'll have showers, possibly a thunderstorm. It'll be cloudy or high 72. There's a 5 in 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
And let's see what we got to look at. 45 is our low this morning. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:43. The official sunset at 4:50. Presently 43 degrees here at the studios of WOPP.
Well, stock futures hold, and that is a very big if these days. We'll see a higher open later this morning on Wall Street. Market has experienced a short
Not too much we are.
days, dialing back his criticism of the Fed. President Trump may be trying to calm the jittery markets.
After comments Monday, like the Fed doesn't have a feel for the market, now the president's tone is a little less critical.
They're raising interest rates too fast. That's my opinion, but I certainly have confidence, but I think it'll straighten.
With reporters during a Christmas greeting session, Trump also expressed confidence in Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who had tweeted out that he's checked in with the 6 largest U.S. banks to ensure they had enough liquidity to operate. That raised more concerns, which sent investors running for cover Monday, dropping the Dow 653 points and knocking the major indexes down by more than 2%. Jackie Quinn, Washington.
The president says he doesn't know when the partial government shutdown will end. He is standing by his insistence on money for a border wall and other security measures. Federal immigration authorities conducting follow-up medical exams of all youngsters in their care after an 8-year-old Guatemalan child who had fallen ill in New Mexico died. The second migrant child to die this month while being held for processing. One of the locals says he couldn't miss it. Crash of a small plane, Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
It was just loud. It just shook the ground. It sounded like something out of World War II movie. Just a dive bomb. Just it was very fast, very rough.
KSNY TV. One person was killed. The feds are investigating. Looking at the Wall Street numbers this morning, Dow futures are up 103 points. S&P futures better by 11. NASDAQ futures 23 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
CCB time is 6:32. Time for you to drop by CCB here at OP, meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth.
I'm Jay Michael.
For Dateline Action News, brought to you by
Opportunity EMS,
TNC Pharmacy,
Southern Independent Bank,
The Farmers IGA,
Power South,
JR's Lawnmower Shop,
the Woodmore,
and Mizell Memorial Hospital.
Well, Kirk Jay's hometown of Bay Minette, Alabama honored him on Friday following his outstanding run on NBC's The Voice. A parade was held in his honor, followed by a presentation of the key to the city from Mayor Bob Willis. Jay, a resident of Montgomery, finished as the second runner-up, as most everyone knows, last Tuesday night on the hit NBC show The Voice.
Police are saying they shot and killed a man who opened fire on officers when they responded to a domestic call in Clearwater, Florida this morning. Clearwater police responded to an apartment at 1444 Gulf to Bay Boulevard after a woman made a post on Facebook that asked for someone to check on her at an apartment behind a shopping strip. Officers were talking to the woman at the door and say a man who was behind her in the apartment started shooting at them. Police said the man fired multiple rounds. One officer was hit and struck in the boot. Then the man took off to the Gulf to Bay Boulevard, where he started shooting at officers again. Officers fired back, and the man was shot and killed at the scene. The officer who was hit in the boot by a bullet was treated at the scene. At least 5 to 10 officers responded to the scene. It's not clear how many of them fired their weapons. Officers are trying to figure out if another person was involved in the shooting and are searching the area. The woman who was posted for help took off during the shooting and nowhere to be found. The officer who was hit in the boot was not the officer who was shot and killed the suspect, according to the police. The identity of the man who was shot and killed has not been released. Gulf to Bay Boulevard is closed between Franklin and Cleveland streets. This is ongoing. In fact, they had a news conference just a moment ago trying to update the public on what's going on in that area.
Well, as Dr. Seuss neared the end of his life, the children's author told his wife that she should she will have to look after the Cat in the Hat, the Lorax, the Grinch, and all of the beloved characters he created. It was a mission Audrey Giesel embraced for more than a quarter century as overseer of Dr. Seuss's prolific and lucrative literary estate. She carefully guarded the whimsical works of the writer and illustrator less known as Theodore Giesel and expanded the Seuss legacy. She promoted a highly profitable multimedia brand from books and films to theme park rides and the Broadway show Seussical. Audrey Giesel, 97, died Wednesday at her home in La Jolla section of San Diego. Random House Children's Books announced. Giesel, who founded Dr. Seuss's Enterprises, said she took to heart the responsibility that her husband left her when he died in 1991.
Was that a number 3 of the 3?
Well, it very well could have been.
So that was last Wednesday when she actually died. They just didn't release it.
It could have been. That's right. That's right.
Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember the other 2 right this moment, but
well, one of them was Penny Marshall.
Yeah.
And I can't think.
There was another famous writer, somebody famous was not as an actor or actor, something else. I can't remember. Bad when we get old.
I know it. It's terrible.
But that's number 3 anyway. Covington County in Alabama recorded record low unemployment in November, according to the figures released this past week by the Alabama Department of Labor. Covington County jobless rate was 4% in November, down from 4.8% in October, the same rate as November 2017. Alabama's jobless rate also was 4% in November, down from 4.1% in October, and slightly up from the 3.8% rate of November 2017. Counties with the lowest unemployment rates are Shelby County at 2.5, Marshall, Madison, and Coleman counties at 2.9, Morgan, Limestone, and Elmore counties at 3.0. Counties with the largest unemployment rates are Wilcox at 7.9, Clark County at 6.4, Dallas and Lowndes County at 5.8.
According to the Walton County Sheriff's Office, a Phoenix Springs man was arrested and charged following the death of a 60-year-old man on Friday. Sheriff's officials said a medical emergency call that is what led to the arrest. They said deputies responded to a home in response to someone who may have fallen. A neighbor was reportedly trying to help Charles Roycroft, 60, who was lying on the ground bleeding. Sheriff's officials said, according to witnesses, Charles went to the home of Juniper Avenue to confront his daughter and walked up the stairs onto the porch during the confrontation. They say Hassan Mohammed II, 40, came out of the home and stepped between Roycroft and his daughter. The homeowner reportedly came outside as well and demanded Roycroft leave the property. Sheriff's officials said when he turned around to leave, Mohammed pushed him off the stairs and Roycroft hit the bottom of the stairs head first. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. Mohammed was arrested and charged with aggravated battery and out-of-country warrants. The incident is still under investigation.
2 people are charged with robbery and attempted murder in connection with the holdup of the Midland City store late Sunday. Midland City Police Chief Keith Walker says it took 19-year-old Tyree Williams and 18-year-old McCasta Blair into custody at the Dollar General on Dale County Road, Highway 59. A third person already left the scene before investigators arrived and is being sought. The name has not been released at this time. During the robbery, one of the suspects fired a shot inside the store, but the employees were unhurt. Williams and Blair first said they had nothing to do with the robbery, but later changed their story. They are both in the Dale County Jail. Today's Wednesday, but it's about like a Monday trying to get news because it's been the holiday. It's been a long weekend.
Yeah, I expect you've had some trouble finding news the last couple of days.
It's been a hard. WSFA took the yesterday off. I've never known them. They had nothing at 4:30 yesterday morning. They had Simply Alabama, which I hadn't seen that one with Wayne.
Well, now, you said you were going to sleep in late.
I lied. I was here at 6 o'clock, but I took an hour. That's pretty good. But Simply Alabama was on, and I saw Wayne Sasser doing the basket weaving.
Oh.
I heard about him doing the show, but I never had seen it.
Okay.
It was a rerun, but I said,
Okay.
yeah, I got to see Wayne.
To see a little basket weaving.
Yeah, I enjoyed that very much. In fact, I like that program. That's pretty cool. Telling about unique things in Alabama. Simply Alabama.
It's a good program.
It sure.
It really is a good program.
It could run anytime.
It could.
It could run prime time.
Yeah, I got turned on to that show actually only a couple of years ago when one of my instructors, Mr. Haynes, Mark Haynes at LBW, would show a lot of those because it had a lot of forest programs on there, and I was taking forestry classes, and I watched a lot of it and really got to enjoy it.
We got the time and somehow to the rattlesnake rodeo.
It'd be good.
Maybe some of the arts of how to make stuff out of snake skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
It's always clicking it, and that mind of yours is always clicking.
Well, we gotta have angles. It's all angles. Check your time. It's 6:40.
Farmers IGA, locally owned and operated by James and Scott Simmons and family, open 7 days a week for your shopping convenience. Always plenty of checkout lanes, and we bag your groceries and carry them out for you. Need special cut steaks? Call our meat market at 493-9805. Shop your hometown crowd. Farmers IGA, located in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
Joe Richburg, JR's Lawnmower Shop. Hey, is that Santa in the showroom? It sure is, and we're ready for him. Hey, we got go-karts, we got four-wheelers, we got golf carts. We got golf carts new and used. We are a Yamaha and E-Go dealer. But over four-wheelers, folks, we got the Mini 110s, 125s. We got go-karts of many different colors. You need to come check us out. Let JR's be your Santa shopping place. We got helmets to go along with these. Maybe it's down you're thinking about. We got all kind of things from power equipment, steel, Husqvarna, lawnmowers, chainsaws, JR's. Hey, Santa Claus, we gonna fill your sled up. Come see us today. JR's Lawnmower Shop, located right down here in the Mill Village.
Hildred Wayne Drury, age 83 of Alba, passed away Monday at his home in Alba. Funeral services will be held from the Hayes Funeral Home and Chapel Thursday at 2 p.m. Burial will be military honors at the Hillcrest Memorial Garden Cemetery. Visitation will be at Hayes Funeral Home 1 hour prior to services. Hildred Wayne Drury is survived by wife Mary Margaret Drury, son Mark and Brenda Drury, a granddaughter, a grandson, a great-granddaughter, sister Margie Lou Harrison.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
At Mizell Memorial Hospital, our mission is to provide the highest quality health care in a Christian manner with hometown compassion to the communities we serve. We have knowledgeable physicians and exceptional staff who work hard every day to address the needs of our patients. We provide a range of services like our Senior Behavioral Care Unit, Sleep Center, Emergency Department, or Wellness Center. Mizell Memorial Hospital has been a part of the community for over 60 years and is committed to quality and compassion. We are proud to be your community hospital. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
911 will not dispatch us. Be sure to call direct 493-0911. Dial 493-0911 direct for Opportunity EMS. Dial 493-0911 for local and out-of-town ambulance service from Opportunity EMS. Dial 493-0911, not 911, for emergency and non-emergency transport from Opportunity EMS. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years by Mr. Hayward and Allen. Opportunity EMS has wheelchair vans and their own record and maintenance service. You have a choice. Choose Opportunity EMS. Dial direct 493-0911. Opportunity EMS. 911 will not dispatch us. Be sure to call direct 493-0911. Tuesday's garbage for the Christmas holiday will be picked up on Wednesday, and Wednesdays will be picked up on Thursday. Fridays will be on schedule.
Please put your garbage out the night before your scheduled pickup. The Op Police Department reporting 1 arrest overnight for violation of probation. The Op Police Department reporting 5 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covenant County Sheriff Department booked in 2. 1 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation. 2 release, 197 in the Covenant County Jail. There are 3 days left to enjoy the magic of Christmas in Candyland. Both the downtown Candyland venue and the Springdale on Ice will reopen 5 o'clock until 9 p.m. on Friday. On Saturday, the venues will be open from 1 o'clock until 9 p.m. On Sunday, the venues will be open from 1 o'clock until 5. For the third Sunday running, High Horse Farms will offer carriage rides around the court square. Rides are $3 per person. Rides begin at the corner near Milky Moo's and have been very popular. With property tax deadline closing in, the Revenue Commissioner's Office has collected $8,703,369.70 out of the $12,262,887 due, leaving $3,559,517 yet to be collected. The office has extended the deadline for property taxes to be paid because their office will be closed Monday, December the 31st. For unpaid property taxes after January the 2nd, each partial will incur a 1% interest charge and a $5 penalty per partial. Bills may be paid online at combcounty.com by mail or in person. To pay online or pay by credit card in the office, there is a 2.35% processing fee. The office is open 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. For more information, phone 428-2540. The Covenant County Department of Human Resources is looking for caring adults willing to open their homes and their hearts to foster children. That in mind, the new year we will have 10-week class for potential foster parents. The classes will be offered on Sunday afternoons beginning January the 6th. To become licensed potential foster parents, must complete a total of 30 hours of training, 3 hours per week for 10 weeks. The county also has a foster parent support group and a clothes and supply closet where foster parents can get things that children who come into their care need. There's also a need for foster parents willing to provide respite care, keeping children for a weekend or other short period of times. The classes will be held 1 to 4 Sunday afternoon, January the 6th through March the 10th at the DHR office in Andalusia. For additional information, call Natalie Pinson, 427-7933. For those planning to attend LBW Community College spring semester starting January the 7th, now is the time to meet with advisors and register for classes. Please keep in mind the college will be closed December the 21st through January the 1st. All fees and tuition are due by noon on Friday, January the 4th. If paying in person, if paying online, deadline is 5 p.m. on Sunday, January the 6th. Mark your calendar for the Cancer Freeze, February the 2nd, Lake Jackson in Florello. Schedule events, 7 a.m. pancake breakfast and fishing tournament, 9 a.m. 5K walk run, 10 a.m. the opening ceremonies and the car show, 11 a.m. the chili cook-off, 1 p.m. the live auction. More events throughout the day will be Shave Your Lid, balloon release, inflatables, water sports, raffle, and concessions. For a complete schedule, go to cancerfreeze.org. One of the 2019 recipients is Ops own D. Brundage. Let's support Cancer Freeze. WOPP will broadcast various events from Cancer Freeze on Saturday, February the 2nd. See you there. If you wish to donate to the hurricane relief and you want 100% of your donation to go to the relief, use your or a local church and write your check to the church and designate as a gift for the Hurricane Michael Disaster Relief Fund. The church will use it or send it to their faith association to be used. This is the best way for cash and checks. WOPP strongly suggests using a church. Here they are, our Super 6 for Cancer Freeze 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following: Jalen Bernice, 9 years old, from Enterprise; Dee Brundage, age 18, from OP; Kimberly Sasser, age 30, from Andalusia;
Christy Brunson, age 40, from Baker, Florida. Angel Diallo, age 17, from Santa Rosa Beach. Brandy Baggett, age 42, from Crestview. Mark your calendars to come to Cancer Freeze 2019 on Saturday, February the 2nd at Lake Jackson in Florella. Their pictures are on the WOPP Facebook page.
Years, technology has changed many times. It's better, it's more efficient, and your Touchstone Energy partner has stayed on top of the changes to serve you better. But one thing we haven't changed is our commitment to customer service. Today's technology is bigger and better than ever before, and our promise of reliable electric service remains strong. Technology has changed, but our commitment to customer service hasn't.
The Op City Utilities, your local Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Over the past several years, interest rates have hovered near historic lows, to the point that would-be borrowers have become accustomed to low rates. In mid-June, the Federal Reserve not only raised interest rates, but announced their intentions to raise rates again at least once in 2018. If you have a need for a personal loan, a business loan, or a home loan, come see us today.
Raise more than once.
Attractive rates and our exceptional loan service. Southern Independent Bank, in Op and Andalusia, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. NMLS number 472429.
First responder. Kickoff at 12:30. Boston College versus Boise. Quick Lane Bowl. 4:15. Minnesota versus Georgia Tech. Cheez-It Bowl at 8 o'clock. TCU versus California. On Thursday, Independence Bowl. 12:30 kick. Temple versus Duke. Pinstripe Bowl. 4:15 kick. Miami versus Wisconsin. The Texas Bowl. 8 p.m., Baylor versus Vandy. Friday, 12:30, the Music Bowl. Auburn versus Purdue. 4:15, Camping World Bowl. West Virginia versus Syracuse. 8 p.m., Alamo Bowl. Iowa State versus Washington State. Then on Saturday, the Peach Bowl. 11 o'clock, Michigan versus Florida. 11:30, the Burt Bowl. South Carolina versus Virginia. 12:15, the Arizona Bowl, Nevada versus Arkansas State. Swimmers looking for a year-round swim team need look no farther, as the Covenant Aquatic Swim Team, Barracudas, will offer a year-round swim team here in Op. For more information, contact Darren Forney at 318-4951.
Covington County Relay for Life organizers announced the big changes for its 2019 event. Relay is moving to Springdale Estate. With a goal of 20 teams and $80,000, the event is a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. It will start at 6 o'clock as usual with an opening ceremony. We plan to combine the survivor and caregiver lap. For the relay part of the event, teams and community members will walk from Springdale to the Court Square and back. This year's theme is Taking It to the Street, so a literal walk in the street fits. At Springdale, organizers plan to create a carnival-type scene with food and games. The luminary ceremony will include a moment of silence. Relay for Life 2019 is set for April the 26th. Monthly planning meetings will begin on January the 15th.
That's Dateline Action News. Ops only, locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOP.
Good morning, Ann. Marvin and Deborah and Benny.
Do you hate going to the pharmacy? Does your pharmacy have you at the corner of frustrated and fed up? Then get out of line and come on over to TNC Pharmacy, where your prescriptions will be filled in minutes, not hours. We have a convenient drive-thru. We offer competitive prices on cash prescriptions and accept most insurance plans. TNC Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, where you won't be at the corner of headaches. And how long is this going to take? TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Op. Call us at 493-4517.
Owners and staff of the Woodmore want to invite
What
everyone in
bad
the
attention?
surrounding area to come by and see what assisted living
My mind
is
was
all
somewhere
about.
else.
With extra clean facilities, wonderful home cooking, and around-the-clock staffing, the Woodmore is a place that anyone would love to call home. It's also a place that family members and friends will enjoy coming by to visit, talk, and spend time. Whether it's in the back sunroom, the den, or dining area, or strolling around the walking trail or pond, you and your family will always feel comfortable and welcome. That's what taking care of our seniors is all about. So give Donna a call at the Woodmore, 493-2721.
Here's your Weather-Bug LA weather. I'm Rod Tanner. Well, this morning or the day after Christmas, we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high 67 this afternoon. It's a a 5 in 10 chance of rain overnight. The mostly cloudy conditions, a low should be 54. The more showers. We could have a thunderstorm Thursday. It'll be cloudy with a high of 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm, continue Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night's low 64. Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year, on Saturday, we'll have showers, possibly a thunderstorm. It'll be cloudy or high 72. There's a 5 in 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Yes, 45 is our low this morning. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:43. The official sunset at 4:58. 43 degrees. Sun shining out.
That girl, I'll be back soon. A little bit south of Saskatoon.
Good morning, Jackie Mac.
Went up to Nome to see the sights, Patty in the watch, them northern lights. But I had my mind on my sweet June, a little bit south of Saskatoon. So I caught a freight and headed back, traveling down that railroad track. Kept me thinking of my honeymoon, a little bit south of Saskatoon.
crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. This is WOPP in Op, Alabama.
News this hour, townhall.com. Thomas. Well, stock futures hold, and that is a very big if these days. We'll see a higher open later this morning on Wall Street. The market has experienced a sharp decline in recent days. While back his criticism of the Fed, President Trump maybe trying to calm the jittery markets.
After comments Monday like the Fed doesn't have a feel for the market, now the president's tone is a little less critical.
They're raising interest rates too fast. That's my opinion, but I certainly have confidence. But I think it'll straighten.
With reporters during a Christmas greeting session, Trump also expressed confidence in Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who had tweeted out that he's checked in with the 6 largest U.S. banks to ensure they had enough liquidity to operate. That raised more concerns, which sent investors running for cover Monday, dropping the Dow 653 points and knocking the major indexes down by more than 2%. Jackie Quinn, Washington.
The president says he doesn't know when the partial government shutdown will end. He is standing by his insistence on money for a border wall and other security measures. Federal immigration authorities conducting follow-up medical exams of all youngsters in their care after an 8-year-old Guatemalan child who had fallen ill in New Mexico died. The second migrant child to die this month while being held for processing. One of the locals says you couldn't miss it. Crash of a small plane, Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
It was just loud. It just shook the ground. It sounded like something out of World War II movie. Just a dive bomb. It's very fast, very abrupt.
Jim Lang talking with KSFY TV. One person was killed. Feds are investigating. Looking at the Wall Street numbers this morning, Dow futures are up 103 points. S&P futures better by 11. NASDAQ futures 23 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Ring in 2019 with Extreme, powered by Mediacom's future
I got
performance
a
needs
friend
up to 1
request
gig.
from Connie
And
Duggan.
experience smarter TiVo-powered TV
I
on
usually don't
every screen in your home. No
take any
smart
more
TV
friend requests
required.
because I never know if
Plus,
somebody's
get
been
home
hacked or
phone
not.
service with unlimited nationwide calling. And this is a huge and, when you make a switch from your slow internet provider before this offer ends, you save 62%. That's
adding to
62%
our
off
thing,
internet
huh?
with Wi-Fi, TV
I
with
run
TiVo
down them.
Intelligence,
You don't have to run down the page very long
for
when
as
you know
low as
it's a
$21.66
fake or
each
not.
service a month for 1 year when bundled.
If you run
have to
down the
call
page.
So usually if you wait a few days, if it's fake, somebody will put it on
Because
the don't
just like
accept any friend
2018,
requests
this
from me.
offer won't last.
So I've had it for a few days. It's probably legit.
Available to qualified new customers
TV
only
and
switching
the
from
balance
current internet
is
provider.
nothing to-
Price doesn't
nothing to
include
get rid of it.
activation, installation, modem rental, local broadcast station surcharge, regional sports surcharge, taxes and fees. Additional restrictions may apply. Not available in all areas. Call Mediacom for more
Took the
details.
messenger off my phone.
I'd like to, but it's still the only way I can contact some people.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I got it on the computer.
Or they can contact me. Oh, you took it off the phone, yeah. Okay.
We just want to continue to get better, you know, and I think we did.
That might be a good idea for me on the phone.
We came in and attention to detail for the medicine.
Too many people want you to share all Messenger, and that's where you get in trouble with hackers too.
Yeah.
Rockets guard James Harden scored 41 points, but they never were.
Besides, you won't put it on Facebook and let people share if they want to. Optional. I mean, you.
I saw where Facebook had confirmed and had removed 10 people from Facebook that conspired together to spread stories about Roy Moore during the election.
A little late though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little late.
It was the news yesterday. Five. That's I had on the
Were they even Alabama people or were they other?
There you go, detail.
That
That's problem.
I keep waiting for Nancy Blackman to come on and say that she had been had by some people on Facebook. Or, you know, she spread everything bad about Roy Moore.
Well, she's, in my opinion, she's the one that turned the cops in.
Op Health and Rehabilitation, a division of Northport Health Services,
And I'm pretty sure she went in the
where our staff and
backyard.
residents are family.
I've always thought that.
Maintain well-being.
She knows how to contact.
We provide activities for
And she's a
residents
journalist.
one-on-one when needed, and family members are always
She has some
Our rehabilitation
legitness to them. They're not going to go with against anybody either.
Short-term to long-term. If you need help, please phone Op Health and Rehab at 493-4558 or visit our office at 115 Polk Avenue.
I did like the guy that said he was atheist, but he went all through. He done a real good write-up about people having a choice, blah, blah, blah. He done a really good. Some people thought he was going to turn him in. I don't think he did. He wouldn't express himself like he did. But he done a good job. Did you see John Paul Mott's post on it? He done a good job.
South Relay for Life team will be hosting their annual 5K resolution run walk on Saturday, January the 12th, with race day registration accepted from 7:30 until 8:30 a.m. at the Andalusia City Hall. Entry fees are $25 for 5K participants 13 and older, $20
What he was
for 5K
saying,
participants 8 to 12 years old.
the chief should identify himself as the chief more and put that there. And then, I mean,
Start and finish at Andalusia City Hall.
it'd been better
Participants should be at the
according to our
starting
law.
line at 8:45.
But there is a government separation from God. There is that. But he could have done his as the chief of police and his personal belief. But by not posting, but who'd actually post it, he made it the police department stand. That is what's wrong. I totally agree with that.
From the moment I said I do, I promised to always.
He decided, chief of police.
From the moment I first held my son, I promised to always be his hero. When it comes to my family,
When he came out, Robert, you know I would have posted that without having attorneys look at it. I wanted to laugh. I did. I did.
Come by and see Jerry Booth, Diane Carter, and Nikki.
Don't want to admit he's wrong
Service Agency 306
about nothing.
North Main Street next to Spurling County.
Well, that attorney was
Sweet Teas Cafe and
Trey
Bakery,
Burgess. He would have said,
205
yeah, I
East
agree with
Covenant
you.
Avenue. Our seafood place. Open for breakfast Friday and Sunday.
And everybody, most everybody agreed with it.
Oh, hey, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Sausage, egg, and cheese.
But it was not the right place to do it.
Egg and cheese for $3.50. Big
The way the law is.
$4.50.
Just like,
Well, I don't know what the law is because there is no separation of church and state. That's just a myth.
yeah,
It's not in the Constitution. That was in a letter or something that Jefferson wrote, guaranteeing some people that the government wouldn't interfere with them having a worship service.
yeah.
And people have taken it and run with it.
Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue. For delivery on 493-1111. 493-1111. Located at the Old Bar Seafood. Open Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock until 4. Friday through Sunday, 7 a.m. until 2. And now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, 5 o'clock until 9 p.m.
The Yola experience at the Florida Mall is closer than you think. Brand new. Make a melted wax painting and kaleidoscope.
But I like the way our ministerial association took care of the backyard. They just made it legal. They rent the auditorium and just make it public. It's always been volunteer, but they didn't just. But I mean, you can adapt.
So much more. Your Crayola experience.
It's like ball games at the prayer at the ball games. It was easy to adapt. I wish they had prayer back on the PA system. For those that will listen to it, walk out in the halls.
2018 was the
And I think
ending
they ought
of
to do
the
the Pledge of Allegiance.
5 seniors.
Oh,
that
yeah.
played their hearts out
Or
on
walk
the
out,
high
or
school.
walk out of the
There ain't
class.
no.
We also saw
They're
the
not doing
coming
it.
out party for some freshmen, sophomores, juniors that will lead to a bright future for the Bobcats football team. Thank you to Coach Hill and his coaching staff. Our sponsors are proud of you. WOPP is proud of you. Proud to have sponsored the 2018 football season. Brought to you by Larry's Prescriptions, CCB Community Bank,
David's Catfish House,
Op Help and Rehabilitation, Lance Jackson CPA,
Mazzell Memorial Hospital.
TNC
You know, the Pledge of Allegiance wasn't being done at city council meetings until it was brought to Durwood's attention in his second term.
Horn Beverage Company,
Papa G's,
And when it was brought to his attention, he agreed with when he started it.
Revenue Commissioner George Chuck Patterson,
Southern Independent Bank,
the Op Gun Shop, the Op Donut Shop.
I don't know when it was.
Communication,
It never in the 80s when I started, it was not being done.
Official Bobcat Station.
Malcolm Sand and none of that were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Here's your
I would think they had more. Of course, he wasn't mayor when I was.
after Christmas, with a mostly sunny
But you would have
skies
thought
and
he'd been
highs
patriotic,
this
could be.
afternoon. There's a 5%
It just,
chance
I
of rain
think
overnight.
just
The mostly
somebody
high
dropped
low should
the
be
being
54.
president, so they didn't.
More showers.
Yeah.
We
They
get
just stopped it.
Thursday. Going to be cloudy with a high of 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm continue Thursday night and Friday.
Now Malcolm's the one that they had prayer.
Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year on Saturday, with
To make it faster, get out of there.
Going to be cloudy or high 72. It's a 5 or 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest low Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Oh goodness, 45 is our low this morning. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:43. The official sunset at 4:50. It is presently 44 degrees and sunny skies at the studios of WOPP. Gee whiz, still, the whole week's going to be a weekend. The whole week is going to be a weekend.
It's going to act like it anyway.
Oh, man, it won't be over till next Wednesday.
It won't be over till next Wednesday, that's right. Well, it's always that way, though. It's always like
Man,
that.
I hate holidays.
I don't. I love them. I got to tell you, it was kind of nice sleeping in. One morning I slept till about 7:15.
I slept to 5 yesterday.
It was nice. I enjoyed it.
Saturday now I slept to 8 o'clock. Last Saturday. But a lot of Saturdays I sleep 7. So anyway.
Well, you know, I used to could sleep really good.
Mm-hmm.
Got too much going on, I guess, now.
All day
All
long.
I think about is going to sleep.
Mm.
All I think about is when I go to sleep, I think about waking up because I got stuff to do.
I understand.
You know it.
Hey, by the way, because of the Christmas and all, you may have missed it, but it is posted. It is posted on Facebook. Scott Kelly was our birthday cake winner, and Amanda Bailey was our birthday winner during the Christmas holidays. I'm talking about Christmas and Christmas Day. I don't know one from the other, which one. It was posted in order, but I just printed them in a hurry. And of course, anyway, that's the birthday calendar that we have each morning, somewhere between 7:50 and 8:15. According to how loaded we are on news, it'll be on time today. We got short news, guys, for the holidays. But anyway, thought I'd mention that this morning. Also, Taylor and Cameron is the winners of the WOPB first snow dance. And we plan on doing it again next year with bigger prizes and with more thinking about it. Started the day after Thanksgiving also. And going to have some people demonstrating. Well, these two kids look more like they're doing the twist than anything else. So, I mean, anything was.
I thought it was interesting.
Just anything. Something to catch our attention.
Was they were brave enough to get out there and do it. And took the time to do it.
They waited the last moment to post it, and that's an angle we're going to do too. We're going to make you all post them a little bit quicker, or if you post them quick, another add-on prize, something like that. But anyway, you got to figure that out. But we're going to do it again, and
yeah, we'll refine it as we go.
Revamp it. Might make them dance in downtown Ottenfimmin. Or the bravest place. First person to do it on top of the water tank. No. I thought about legalities there. No. I have my mouth open. No. Somebody do the snake dance on the snow dance. Get you or Johnny to hold the snake while they danced. No, nothing dangerous. Nothing dangerous. But anyway, we'll do that. Also, a listener page, Facebook, and all that friends, the family's friends. They had a thief that hit the grandparents and wiped out their cabin area. And I mean, you know, I've got it all pasted. Hayden Pickler is the one that posted about the parents. And go to our Facebook. I'm not going to do it on air, but they got wiped out quite well. And if you know anything about this, please contact Hayden or the police department here in Opp. In fact, Alba and Andalusia and Enterprise and Keston all are aware of it. So, you know, all I guess complete wipeout. Just grabbed everything in the cabin and left with it.
I tell you what.
That was during the
The way
holidays.
the boldness of some people, and they're probably, people who have an addiction or something and trying to figure out a way.
New lawnmower, guns, all that very pawnable stuff too.
Yeah. I think they have to probably end up going somewhere. I don't know. If I'm a pawn store owner, I'm suspicious of everybody probably that comes in. And then if I live off somewhere and in another town and somebody from another town comes in to pawn something, I'm suspicious. And if it's somebody that comes regularly, you got to be a little suspicious too.
Well, there's some people that are what I call they make their extra money doing that kind of stuff. They really do. But it don't take them long to learn the legit ones.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I just go ahead and say number one place that the op cops look at, and most of them is the pawn shop over near Fort Rooker Gate in Daleville. Seems like that's a hot spot for carrying things.
Well, I'm sure it is.
But they're good at letting the law know too. They cooperate very well. I want to put that in for them too.
Right.
They may purchase it,
and you end up having to give a lot of information when you pawn something. So it turns out to be a pretty good thing. You got your new coffee mug there, don't you?
Yeah. That was from one of the employees.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah. She brought it in.
Got a wide base on it, so maybe you won't turn it over.
Well, I didn't turn it over. It slipped out of my fingers. Left a bit. It's heavy.
Oh.
I could kill somebody with this cup.
Well,
this is a heavy cup.
it is breakable too, and that's not good.
Is that a heavy cup?
I just want to drink coffee and be left alone.
That's a heavy cup, though.
It is. I'm just afraid you'll end up throwing it against something somewhere at some time.
It was heavier than my mug, and it's heavier. It's actually heavier than the Budweiser. I haven't filled that thing up with coffee yet. That'd take the pot, wouldn't it?
That'd last you a while.
Well, now, Joe gave me one of them thermal things for Christmas, and JR.
Yeah.
And I carried it home because I was having to pour I like lemonade or either water when I go home. That's what I drink. And I had to fill it 2 or 3 times, I put that in all night long, baby.
You had
it. You got it, and it's cold next morning. You can sip on it next morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's what I've been doing. I took advantage of that one.
I don't blame you.
I got cups and shirts for Christmas. I don't know about you.
Cups and shirts.
Didn't get no drawers. Did you get any drawers?
No, I didn't get no.
You didn't get no
I got a couple of pairs of pants, which I needed.
Yeah, I didn't get no pants. I got 2 dozen, I think, shirts. I got a bunch of shirts.
Well, we had just decided we weren't going to spend a lot of money on each other simply because we're getting ready to remodel a house.
Oh, okay.
So we wanted to let that be our prize. And I had ordered something for the house, and it didn't come in. But I did get a nice email over the holidays saying that they had been swamped and that my order wasn't going to make it by Christmas, even though they had promised it would be. And so they're sending me a gift card. So that'll make it a little bit better.
That reminds me, I got $100 worth of gift cards, and I don't know where I put them. Gotta figure that one out.
You'll just have to figure it out. I'm sure you will.
Out at Doc's.
Yeah, we had our family over Sunday night after church, and we opened gifts, and then Saturday morning. I went through all the boxes and took them up to the recycling center, and luckily I checked because one of them had left a piece of part of their gift in a box. I didn't know it was in there, and so you always check.
Well, it's kind of like that Ronnie and Rachel's house. I carried all their gifts in one big old 55-gallon trash bag because I put them all in there. You know. Yeah. And well, you know, got all that paper. You know, when you get done, started. You know, what I said, get that bag, and Rachel found her last gift in it. Thank goodness she looked at it. Yeah. So, but anyway, I gave both of them the large item usually for both. And what it was this year, one of the things I want, but I want somebody else to try it first. You ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. One of them air fryers.
I got one.
Done got one?
I've been cooking on one for 2 years.
Air fryer?
Yes, sir.
You like it?
We cook on mine all the time. We do all our meat on it.
Yeah.
Most all of it. And I end up having to do it, but that's all right because I enjoy it.
The French fries, I know it's got to be better for you.
Oh yeah, they're good. If you leave it in there, depending on how much you put in there.
Yeah.
You have to kind of watch the French fries because the amount of time that they put on there for French fries, they're really crunchy. If you like them a little bit softer, you have to maybe cut a little minute or two off of them.
You got to learn that.
Yeah, and see, I've learned that. In fact, I cook about once a week. I cook me and Kathy a steak on ours.
Really?
Yes, sir. Put it in, turn it on, and leave it. I usually knock it back a couple of minutes because we like ours about medium to medium well.
How about the what was I going to think? I was thinking of there. Oh yeah, you know I can eat broil and all that, but everything but fish. I want my fish fried back. I want is fish good in it?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I hadn't done fish. I've done a lot of chicken in it.
Well, it should do that.
And
chicken,
skinless chicken, and so I would think that fish, and it's got a setting for fish. I'm just not a big fish eater. You know, I like catfish, and that's about it. But now, I tell you what, chicken wings.
No, I knew it was supposed to do
it does a great job on chicken wings, chicken fingers. We love it. I do my steak, like I said, my steak's in there. My nephew told me he cooks bacon, and he is.
I thought you could.
Yeah. So a lot of things you can do in it.
A lot of people cooking their bacon already in microwave though.
Yeah, and we're actually thinking about maybe in another year we're going to have to get us another one just to let this one. We use this one so much.
Oh, okay. Well, there's an air oven too.
Yeah, there is.
I'm thinking about that one too. You know,
a lot of neat little cooking items out there.
Well, what I'm doing in my kitchen, I'm done away with the stove. I'm fixing a counter with all the little electronic things.
Yeah.
So I can still cook anything you want. And the thing I like about doing that fryer, the air fryer, that grease is I love my baby fryer. Don't get me wrong, but that grease is just there, and it's messy to clean up too, baby.
Yeah, it is. Now you have to keep your air fryer clean. So about every other time, I always spray it, with a vegetable oil or virgin oil or something, so it won't stick. And sticking had never been a problem. But the grease does. What comes out of the meat settles in the bottom, and so about every 2 times I'll just take it and wash it.
Does it have a tray it falls into?
No, mine doesn't. Mine doesn't.
Okay.
And you have to do that, otherwise it'll start smoking. It'll smoke up your house. I mean, the food will still taste great, but it'll smoke up your house.
You done turned on smoke before?
Well, yeah. After it gets hot,
you done learned that smoke.
I done learned that. Yeah.
What's a good time to check your smoke detector?
Yeah. It reminded me that mine had started beeping, and I took the battery out and never replaced it.
How many people do that? Oh, that's terrible too, man.
Well, people don't keep that kind of battery around the house all the time.
Yeah, man.
9-volt battery.
And we're all failures to do. I mean, we all do it too. Yeah, 9-volt is not as popular as it used to be at all. I don't keep but 1 or 2 around here anymore, and I don't. Neighbor transistor radio is the only thing we have that may use it. Most of them's gone to the little batteries.
Yeah, or rechargeable or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what we got that uses a 9-volt. Right this moment, my brain's not working on it.
Your fire alarm does. Smoke detector.
Oops. It's back there. I think it's about time to test it. I think. I think Ronnie may have tested it. We tried to test it.
Oh, Ronnie probably pushes the button every time he goes by.
Just for the heck of it.
Just to make sure.
The fire extinguisher we need to check out. I need to get Chief Spurling to come by and check that.
Well, we actually there's actually a company that comes by and checks ours at Storall. They'll come by and make sure they're still charged. But when you're in schools, one of my duties every month was to go by.
Oh, your duty.
Go by and you have to physically write on there that you checked it and put the date in there. So yeah, you have to keep them up. Regulations.
I got you there. 25 minutes past 7 a.m. on the lag day after Christmas.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope they're still enjoying it. I know the kids in our boards going up and down the street. They were enjoying those. So
I noticed I was walking through Fred's to pick up something, and they had them right at the front door there. They got the price reasonable on the things.
Well,
well over $100.
And today there's a big sale day, so there's a lot of people shopping today.
They get cheaper today, huh?
Yeah.
Plus you got those gift certificates and everything else. Oh, okay. The hoverboard's not good for you and I, though.
I don't think they would be good for you and I.
Weight limit.
Well, even if there wasn't a weight limit,
I don't know whether you don't think we got the balance?
I don't know that I could do it. I see those little boys and girls on them going up and down the street. And they just turning around and going everywhere and thinking, okay, maybe I could have done that a few years back. I actually spent Monday working out at the house that we're remodeling. So I got a lot of stuff done out there.
Was gold your right-hand man? Or not to be found? Not to be found?
Gold is missing in action when it comes to work.
Gold's professional, missing in action.
He is MIA. I used to go over there and watch Gary be out there working or something, and Gold be in the house sitting in a chair watching him.
Watching him,
yeah.
Overseeing him.
He was overseeing the projects, that's right.
Would he give him a call and tell him what he ought to be doing?
You know, what he's having trouble with is MediaCom. They won't come out there and run a line to him.
Oh.
And you know what they told him? They said that they have to have a contractor to do that, and they're not going to have one until after they get Florida straightened out. That may be 2 years down the road. That's ridiculous that they would tell him that it's going to take that long.
You want the number to take care of that?
Well, I may have to get the number to take care of that.
I got the number to take care of that.
I mean, it's not that. It's not that far, and don't tell me they don't have contractors in the area.
It was a contract installed mine at my house.
That can't run that from the road out there to his house. That's just ridiculous to me. I think that they're just giving him the runaround because they are busy.
Well, they are busy, but
they're taking advantage of it. That's not right.
Oh,
it's not right.
It was contractor.
Because what they don't understand is, I can't turn the TV off in the house that I'm remodeling until Tim gets his TV turned on.
Well, of course.
So there's one chair and TV left in the living room for Tim to come over and watch TV.
I'll give you his name. No. How about we just text it over to you? Be easier on it.
That would be easy.
It's Sid. It's Sid who you need to talk to first. And then if Sid can't, I've got the big boy's number. Yeah. Let's do the proper channel.
Good. Yeah. Good.
I got to call Sid because they hadn't got my 4546 line switched over yet. And we're still on Central Tel on that. And I want it switched over now that we're out of ball season. I didn't want to take a chance during the ball season.
Well, I don't blame you about that.
Yeah.
Do we have any birthdays?
I think we do. You think I need to get them?
It's getting about that time.
Birthdays?
It's getting pretty close.
You know, I don't know whether I did them yesterday or the day before. Got to think of it.
Yeah.
I didn't have you to remind me.
Didn't me to remind you. I'm here to remind you.
See, he's so good at reminding.
And you know, the other thing I noticed, I love Christmas Carol. And they were pretty hard to find this year. They want to play all these. I don't like the Christmas Story that much. It's okay, but I'm not a big fan of it. And I don't like the National Lampoon's Christmas with Chevy Chase and all.
Don't like
I
that,
don't
no.
watch those. I've seen them once and that was enough. So I don't like those. But the traditional ones, now I did see.
I saw White Christmas.
I did see Miracle on 34th Street. I did see It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see the 1938 version of Christmas Carol, and I saw the 1953 version, but never saw the one Scrooged, the musical. That was the one I was looking for and didn't get to see it. But they were kind of hard to find. But anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles, and today is Wednesday, December the 26th, 2018. 2019 is knocking on the door. We want to say happy birthday on this Wednesday, the 26th, to Eden Shear, who is an actress from the TV show The Middle. She is 27 today. Kit Harington, who is an actor from the TV show Game of Thrones, is 32 today. Beth Bears is an actress from Two Broke Girls, is 33. Chris Daughtry, a rock singer with the group Daughtry and was on TV American Idol, is 39. Jared Leto is an actor and a singer. He is 47 today. Ozzie Smith, Major League Baseball Hall of Famer. He was nicknamed the Wizard of Oz. He is 64 today. Arguably one of the best defensive shortstops of all time. Carlton Fisk is an athlete, Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, all-time home run leader among catchers. He is 71 today. John Walsh, TV host America's Most Wanted, is 73. Phil Spector, who is a record producer, he is 79 today. Abdul Duke Fakir is a rhythm and blues singer. He was with the Four Tops. He is 83 today. And then finally Carol Spiney, who is Big Bird. Oscar
Big Bird.
TV show Sesame Street. She is 85 today, born 1933. Happy birthday to our celebrities.
Well, those going on. Mo Xitong, former leader of China, would have been 125, passed away in 76. Henry Miller, the author of Topic of Cancer, would have been 127, passed away in 80. Sir Norman Angell, the author of The Greatest Illusion, would have been 146, passed away in 67. Thomas Gray, the English poet, would have been 302, passed away in 1771. Alan King, the comedian, would have been 100, back up, would have been 91, passed away in 2004. You saw him a lot on Hollywood Squares. Steve Allen, the comedian, composer, TV show host, Tonight Show, would have been 97, passed away in 2000. Richard Widmark, the actor, Judgment at Numa Brawl, Murder on the Orient Express, and many others, How the West Was Won, would have been 104, passed away in 2008. That is it. That is all of them. There is no more.
No more.
No more. We got to wait a minute so Randy would feel comfortable. We throw him off a whole minute, we go down.
Are we going to start a New Year's resolution?
What's that?
Doing things on time.
Why?
I don't know. I was just asking.
Probably not.
Townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Heading into day 5 of the partial government shutdown, President Trump is standing firm in his demand for border security funds, including money to continue a wall along the southern border. The president also insisting that he does have confidence in the Fed and the U.S. economy.
President Trump addressed his displeasure with the Federal Reserve continuing to raise interest rates, but now says it will straighten out. He also expressed confidence in the U.S. economy, noting that companies are doing well. He says it's a good time for investors to buy stock, since prices now have dropped so low.
Correspondent Jackie Quinn, Wall Street futures are higher ahead of this morning's opening bell. Customs and Border Protection will conduct follow-up.
I'm more concerned about the cheap gas now.
Custody now that a
Stop.
youngster has died.
So they'll come back and really burn our ass.
Protection say the boy died shortly after midnight on Christmas. That's after he was taken to a hospital in New Mexico where he
Well,
was
I was
diagnosed
told
with
that
a
it's
cold
because
fever,
we are
treated,
finally
and released.
exporting
Correspondent Shelley Adler says the 8-year-old from
more gas
Guatemala was
than
later rushed back to the
we're not
hospital
needing to
suffering
import
nausea
the gas. We
and
finally
vomit.
got our production up
Federal investigators
where we
heading
can
to
actually
Sioux Falls,
got
South
what we're
Dakota, where a
using
small
and
plane crashed,
we're
killing one person, damaging
exporting.
a couple of homes. Jim Lang says it sounded like
Is that
a
part of
bomb went
Trump's?
off, bringing neighbors
I don't know.
rushing to help.
They were first on the
Probably
scene.
is, but he ain't gonna get credit.
With fire extinguishers to try and help as much as they could.
Countries that
This
produce
was way
gas
beyond-
have cheap gas
He
prices.
spoke with
What
KSFY
scares me
TV.
is
People in
our
tsunami devastated coastal
Alabama
areas of Indonesia being warned
House
to
and
steer
Senate
clear of the
wanting to add a
coastline
gas
amid
tax.
fears
Oh,
that
it won't be
another
just them. These
tsunami
feds will
could
do it.
strike. Last weekend's giant wave killed at least 429 people and left
Randy
thousands
Rich, that'd be
homeless
nice.
amid
Happy New Year to both of you.
Wall Street, Dow futures up 190 points, S&P futures 23 points higher. More of these stories at townhall.com.
Be nice now, Jay. Be nice.
I'm nice.
Okay.
You're the one.
Oh, okay. CCB time is 7:36. Time for you to drop by CCB here in Opp, meet our local staff, talk over our local community activities, and talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth.
I'm Jay Michael.
For Dateline Action News, brought to you by
Farmers IGA,
Southern Independent Bank,
TNC Pharmacy,
The Woodmore,
Mizell Memorial Hospital,
Covenant Eye Care,
JR's Lawnmower Shop,
and Hearties.
A federal lawsuit claiming a Dothan hospital's negligence resulted in the theft of patients' personal information has been dismissed. Attorneys agreed to a settlement and a judge approved it. The settlement calls for Flowers Hospital to appropriate $150,000 that will be distributed to those affected by the breach, potentially about 1,200 people. The class action lawsuit against Flowers and parent company Triad of Alabama claimed the hospital failed to take adequate measures to prevent data breaches. This case began in 2014 when a deputy sheriff made a traffic stop in Headland and discovered patient files in a car belonging to Carmian Melander, a Flowers Lab employee. Federal prosecutors say that Melander, who pleaded guilty and served 2 years in prison, had routinely removed files from the hospital. He then sold the information contained in them to others who used it to file fraudulent income tax returns. A claim up to $5,000 will be considered, though the hospital's total liability is capped at $150,000. Most of those affected will receive more than $250.
A man has died after a crash near Interstate 85 Tuesday morning, according to Montgomery Police. According to Captain Regina Duckett, the crash happened about 7 a.m. on Day Street, just before I-85. The man, who has not been identified, sustained fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. Duckett said the cause of the crash remains under investigation.
Many farmers are expecting payments, and they should see them despite a partial federal government shutdown. Those payments are meant to help offset financial damage caused by China retaliating amid a trade dispute with the United States. The payments are the second round of the United States Department of Agriculture's Market Facilitation Program. On Friday, USDA Secretary Sonny Perdue tweeted, "Need to make something clear because of some reporting on MFP payments and commodity purchases in trade mitigation program. Farmers who have certified production will receive payments even with a government shutdown. Commodity purchasing will go on. Don't want confusion about this. Farmers who still need to apply for the money will have until January the 15th to do so, and the USDA says that can be done through your local Farm Service Agency office."
A convicted murderer who escaped from the Montgomery Work Center on Saturday has been recaptured, according to the Alabama law enforcement officials. Jimmy Lee Hill, age 47, wearing a prison white uniform, escaped from the Red Eagle Work Center at 6 p.m. Saturday. Hill was recaptured shortly after 8 p.m. on Sunday in the Enterprise by the U.S. Marshals and DOC officials. He was convicted of murder in Jefferson County and sentenced to life in prison October the 15th of 1993.
Well, on Saturday, LSU running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire and walk-on linebacker Jared Small were involved in a fatal shooting. Not many details were known at the time, but Now it appears that one of the players did indeed fire the shot that killed the 18-year-old man. However, per a report from the Advocate, new details claim that the players were trying to sell an electronic item when Kobe Johnson pulled out a weapon and tried to rob them. Lawyers for the two players released a statement claiming that the shooting was in self-defense, and they believe both players will be cleared. Their status for the Fiesta Bowl has not been decided, and it is still unclear if any arrest will be made in the case. For now, it's a wait-and-see approach as the police continue to review the evidence.
And I understand the young men called the police to the scene themselves, so that's good. That right there. Knew they needed to do something right.
Sure.
Police say they shot and killed a man who opened a fire on officers when they responded to a domestic call in Clearwater early this morning. That's Clearwater, Florida. Clearwater police responded to the department at 1444 Gulf to Bay Boulevard after a woman made a post on Facebook that asked for someone to check on her at the apartment behind a shopping strip. Officers were talking to the woman at the door and say a man from behind her in the apartment started shooting at them. Police said the man fired multiple rounds. One officer was hit in the boot. Okay. The man took off to Gulf Bay Boulevard, where he started shooting at the officers again. Officer fired back, and the man was shot and killed at the scene. The officer who hit in the boot by a bullet was treated at the scene. At least 5 to 10 officers responded to the scene. It's not clear how many of them fired their weapons. Officers are trying to figure out if another person was involved in the shooting and are searching the area. The woman who posted for help took off during the shooting and is nowhere to be found. The officer who was hit in the boot was not the officer who shot and killed the suspect. The identity of the man who was shot and killed has not been released. This is an ongoing investigation, and the Gulf to Bay Boulevard is closed between Franklin and Cleveland Streets in Clearwater, Florida. This happening early this morning. Check your time. It is now 7:42 here at WOPP.
Dr. Joshua Driver and the friendly staff at Covington Eye Care
Oh, yeah.
would like to thank all of you for your continued confidence in our ability to care for you and your family.
Our newly renovated office offers all the
I gotta
latest
call you a new
technology
appointment.
to give you a comprehensive eye examination, as well
I forgot the other one, last one.
We're
Got
pleased
his
to
mom.
now offer many surgical procedures as we partner with Dr. Brent McKinley,
No.
a certified cataract surgeon.
We carry the newest styles of Cosmo Del Mar and Maui Gym sunglasses for all your summer fun. We also have an extensive line
Back
of frames to
in
meet
the
needs of
saddle
those on a budget,
again.
as
Y'all
well
gonna do
as
much
those
today?
looking for Nike
I
or
doubt it. I'll
Top
probably
line.
send out
And hey, Jack,
bills
you
for
can
big
carry the
warehouses.
Duck
Be all
Commander
that
line.
I
For
get
the
done.
contact lens wearers,
Your
we have
construction
the most
guys all
comfortable
are working.
brands.
No, they're
For those
working.
who want to
Everybody's
change it up a
working,
bit,
but we're
we now offer the
supposed to
brand
be off
New
next
Wear Optics
Monday.
Color Contact.
Oh,
So call us today at 493-6600 to set up your next appointment, or visit us at 604 North Main Street in Opp to give us an opportunity to meet all your eye care needs.
Why does Hardee's make biscuits from scratch? That's like asking why clowns scare people. Because it's what we were born to do, and because it makes them delicious. We were also born to let you choose from our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage and egg biscuit, or Frisco breakfast sandwich, and mix and match any two of these for only $4. That's right, as newborns, we came up with this 2 for $4 mix and match idea and started making delicious biscuits from scratch. Talk about proud parents.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary, tax not included.
Hildred Wayne Drury, age 83 of Alba, passed away Monday at his home in Alba. Funeral services will be held from the Hayes Funeral Home and Chapel Thursday at 2 p.m. Burial will be military honors at the Hillcrest Memorial Garden Cemetery. Visitation will be at Hayes Funeral Home 1 hour prior to services. Hildred Wayne Drury is survived by wife Mary Margaret Drury, son Mark and Brenda Drury, a granddaughter, a grandson, a great-granddaughter, sister Margie Lou Harrison.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
Why does Hardee's make biscuits from scratch? That's like asking why clowns scare people. Because it's what we were born to do, and because it makes them delicious. We were also born to let you choose from our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage and egg biscuit, or Frisco breakfast sandwich, and mix and match any two of these for only $4. That's right, as newborns, we came up with this 2 for $4 mix and match idea and started making delicious biscuits from scratch. Talk about proud parents.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Joe Richburg, JR's Lawnmower Shop. Hey, is that Santa in the showroom? It sure is, and we're ready for him. Hey, we got go-karts, we got four-wheelers, we got golf carts. We got golf carts new and used. We are a Yamaha and E-Z-Go dealer. But on the four-wheelers, folks, we got the Mini 110s, 125s. We got go-karts in many different colors. You need to come check us out. Let JR's be your Santa shopping place. We got helmets to go along with these. Maybe it's dad or mom you're thinking about. We got, hey, all kind of things from power equipment, steel, Husqvarna, lawnmowers, chainsaws, JR's. Hey, Santa Claus, we gonna fill your sled up. Come see us today. JR's Lawnmower Shop, located right down here in the Mill Village.
Mizell Memorial Hospital wants you to know when you respond to a stroke, every minute counts. Use the acronym FAST, FAST, to know if it is a stroke. FACE, numbness or tingling, severe headache or difficulty seeing. Arms, numbness or weakness. Speech, trouble speaking or slurred speech. Time, if you observe any of these signs, call 911 immediately. Mizell Memorial Hospital is a member of Southeast Alabama Medical Center Stroke Care Network and can provide patients with the highest level of advanced stroke care, which means a coordinated and quicker response time for our patients. Mizell Memorial Hospital, every day making a difference.
The city of Wopp, Monday and Tuesday's garbage for the Christmas holiday will be picked up on Wednesday, and Wednesdays will be picked up on Thursday. Fridays will be on schedule. Please put your garbage out the night before your scheduled pickup. The Opp Police Department reporting 1 arrest overnight for violation of probation. The Opp Police Department reporting 5 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covenant County Sheriff Department booked in 2. 1 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation. 2 to release, 197 in the Covenant County Jail. There are 3 days left to enjoy the magic of Christmas in Candyland. Both the downtown Candyland venue and the Springdale on Ice will reopen 5 o'clock until 9 p.m. on Friday. On Saturday, the venues will be open from 1 o'clock until 9 p.m. On Sunday, the venues will be open from 1 o'clock until 5. For the third Sunday running, High Horse Farms will offer carriage rides around the Court Square. Rides are $3 per person. Rides begin at the corner near Milky Moose and have been very popular. With property tax deadline closing in, the Revenue Commissioner's Office has collected $8,703,369.70 out of the $12,262,887 due, leaving $3,559,517 yet to be collected. The office has extended the deadline for property taxes to be paid because their office will be closed Monday, December the 31st. For unpaid property taxes after January the 2nd, each partial will incur a 1% interest charge and a $5 penalty per partial. Bills may be paid online at cobbcounty.com by mail or in person. To pay online or pay by credit card in the office, there is a 2.35% processing fee. The office is open 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. For more information, phone 428-2540. The Covenant County Department of Human Resources is looking for caring adults willing to open their homes and their hearts to foster children. With that in mind, the new year we will have 10-week class for potential foster parents. The classes will be offered on Sunday afternoons beginning January the 6th. To become licensed potential foster parents, must complete a total of 30 hours of training, 3 hours per week for 10 weeks. The county also has a foster parent support group and a clothes and supply closet where foster parents can get things that children who come into their care need. There's also a need for foster parents willing to provide respite care, keeping children for a weekend or other short period of times. The classes will be held 1 to 4 Sunday afternoon, January the 6th through March the 10th at the DHR office in Andalusia. For additional information, call Natalie Pinson, 427-7933. For those planning to attend LBW Community College spring semester starting January the 7th, now is the time to meet with advisors and register for classes. Please keep in mind the college will be closed December the 21st through January the 1st. All fees and tuition are due by noon on Friday, January the 4th. If paying in person, if paying online, deadline is 5 p.m. on Sunday, January the 6th. Mark your calendar for the Cancer Freeze, February the 2nd, Lake Jackson in Florello. Schedule events, 7 a.m. pancake breakfast and fishing tournament, 9 a.m. 5K walk run, 10 a.m. the opening ceremonies and the car show, 11 a.m. the chili cook-off, 1 p.m. the live auction. More events throughout the day will be Shave Your Lid, balloon release, inflatables, water sports, raffle, and concessions. For a complete schedule, go to cancerfreeze.org. One of the 2019 recipients is Ops own D. Brundage. Let's support Cancer Freeze. WOPP will broadcast various events from Cancer Freeze on Saturday, February the 2nd. See you there. If you wish to donate to the hurricane relief and you want 100% of your donation to go to the relief, use your or a local church and write your check to the church and designate as a gift for the Hurricane Michael Disaster Relief Fund. The church will use it or send it to their faith association to be used. This is the best way for cash and checks. WOPP strongly suggests using a church. Here they are, our Super 6 for Cancer Freeze 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following: Jalen Bernice, 9 years old, from Enterprise; Dee Brundage, age 18, from Opp; Kimberly Sasser, age 30, from Andalusia; Christy Brunson, age 40, from Baker, Florida; Angel Diallo, age 17, from Santa Rosa Beach; Brandy Baggett, age 42, from Crestview. Mark your calendars to come to Cancer Freeze 2019 on Saturday, February the 2nd at Lake Jackson in Florello. Their pictures are on the WOPP Facebook page.
As we begin to close the book on 2018, each of us at Southern Independent Bank wish to pause and to thank you for allowing us the privilege to be of service this year. We never lose sight of the fact that our customers are the very foundation of our bank. We also wish a very Merry Christmas from our bank family to you and yours, with an invitation to call on us in the new year to help make your new dreams a reality. Southern Independent Bank, in Opp and Andalusia, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Do you hate going to the pharmacy? Does your pharmacy have you in the corner of frustrated and fed up? Then get out of line and come on over to TNC Pharmacy, where your prescriptions will be filled in minutes, not hours. We have a convenient drive-thru. We offer competitive prices on cash prescriptions and accept most insurance plans. TNC Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy, where you won't be at the corner of headaches. And how long is this going to take? TNC Pharmacy, 101 Parish Avenue, Opp. Call us at 493-4517.
Bowl games for this week. The First Responder kickoff at 12:30. Boston College versus Boise. Plain Bowl, 4:15. Minnesota versus Georgia Tech. Cheez-It Bowl at 8 o'clock. TCU versus California. On Thursday, Independence Bowl, 12:30 kick. Temple versus Duke. Pinstripe Bowl, 4:15 kick. Miami versus Wisconsin. The Texas Bowl, 8 p.m. Baylor versus Vandy. Friday, 12:30. The Music Bowl, Auburn versus Purdue. 4:15. Camping World Bowl, West Virginia versus Syracuse. 8 p.m. Alamo Bowl, Iowa State versus Washington State. Then on Saturday, the Peach Bowl, 11 o'clock, Michigan versus Florida. 11:30, the Burke Bowl, South Carolina versus Virginia. 12:15, the Arizona Bowl, Nevada versus Arkansas State. Swimmers looking for a year-round swim team need look no further, as the Covenant Aquatic Swim Team, Barracudas, will offer a year-round swim team here in Opp. For more information, contact Darren Borney at 318-4951.
Covington County Relay for Life organizers announced the big changes for its 2019 event. Relay is moving to Springdale Estate. With a goal of 20 teams and $80,000, the event is a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. It will start at 6 o'clock as usual with an opening ceremony. We plan to combine the survivor and caregiver lap. For the relay part of the event, teams and community members will walk from Springdale to the Court Square and back. This year's theme is taking it to the street, so a literal walk in the street fits. At Springdale, organizers plan to create a carnival-type scene with food and games. The luminary ceremony will include a moment of silence. Relay for Life 2019 is set for April the 26th. Monthly planning meetings will begin on January the 15th.
That's Dateline Action News. Ops only, locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeat it later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense.
This is your hometown.
Alabama, and the good old USA is. What will happen to our aging population? The Woodmore on Highway 331 North wants to be a small part of the answer. We're an assisted living facility with an emphasis on assisted. One of the things Americans cherish most is our independence, but as we age, sometimes a little help is needed. If you have any questions with how assisted living works, call the Woodmore at 493-2721 or come by for a visit. We'd love to show you around.
Check with Woodmore on rehab or temporary care. 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. Woodmore, we care.
Here's your weather bug LA weather. I'm Rod Tanner. For this morning or the day after Christmas, with mostly sunny skies and a high 67 this afternoon. There's a 5 or 10 chance of rain overnight. The mostly cloudy conditions, although should be 54. More showers. We could have a thunderstorm Thursday. Going to be cloudy with a high 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm, continue Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night's low 64. Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year, on Saturday, we'll have showers, possibly a thunderstorm. Going to be cloudy or high 72. There's a 5 or 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Hey, 45 is our low this morning. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:43. The official sunset at 4:50. Presently 47 degrees and sunny skies here at WOPP.
Happy birthday, baby. Oh, I love you so. 16 candles. Happy anniversary. Birthday, darling.
Good morning and welcome to the WOPP birthday party for Wednesday, December 26th, 2018. Brought to you by your friends at the Sweet Shop, located inside the Farmer's IGA in Lamar Plaza. Let's say good morning and happy birthday to Elizabeth Strink. Also, Sarah Grimes, Lauren Craig celebrates today. Alma Bozeman gets a candle on the cake. Birthday wishes for Tracy Gay, Jessica Kelly. Brian Pyron celebrates today. Also, Linda Brooks, Chandler Wood, Jessica Wood celebrates today as well. Joy Hilton gets a candle on the cake. Birthday wishes for Matthew McCarty, Grayson Blair, Libby Bozeman, and birthday wishes for Brandy Floor. Let's check in with Robert and see who's on his list, and I'll be back with a winner in a moment.
Out at the Op Health and Rehabilitation, Joyce Basilla is celebrating a birthday today. Joyce Basilla with a birthday out at the Op Health and Rehabilitation. Stephanie Nallen has a birthday today. Doozy Harrison is 56 today. Roger Breland is 75. He used to be our Glee Club leader years ago. Libby, I heard you say Libby Bozeman a moment ago. I know how old she is. She's 63. Grayson Blair with a birthday today. Myra Lunsford is 52. Trey Burgess is 40. Chandler Wood celebrating a birthday. Brandy Gatlin is 31. Renee Powers 67. Amanda Craig Henderson is 37 years old today. Oh, Amanda. Let's see. Double check. I think that is it. I think we got them all.
The IGA Sweet Shop offers custom cakes, handmade to order birthday and anniversary cakes, as well as cakes for other special occasions like teen parties and team parties. Call in your orders ahead of time at 493-9805. That's at the IGA Sweet Shop inside Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza.
Let's say happy birthday and congratulations to our birthday party winner for the day, Chandler Wood. Happy birthday, Chandler. Hope you have a great birthday today. And be sure you swing by the radio station during our lobby hours. In the morning, 6 until 10, or in the afternoons, 2 until 5. And grab that coupon to get your free birthday cake from your friends at the Sweet Shop inside the Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza, and your friends right here at your community radio station, WOPP.
This is WOPP in Op, Alabama. The time is 8 a.m.
News this hour. townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Heading into day 5 of the partial government shutdown, and President Trump is standing firm in his demand for border security funds, including money to continue a wall along the southern border. The president also insisting that he does have confidence in the Fed and the U.S. economy.
President Trump addressed his displeasure with the Federal Reserve continuing to raise interest rates, but now says it will straighten out. He also expressed confidence in the U.S. economy, noting that companies are doing well. He says it's a good time for investors to buy stock, since prices now have dropped so low.
Correspondent Jackie Quinn, Wall Street futures are higher ahead of this morning's opening bell. Customs and Border Protection will conduct follow-up medical checks on every child in its custody now that a second youngster has died in its care.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection say the boy died shortly after midnight on Christmas. That's after he was taken to a hospital in New Mexico, where he was diagnosed with a cold and a fever, treated, and released.
Correspondent Shelley Adler says the 8-year-old from Guatemala was later rushed back to the hospital suffering nausea and vomiting. Federal investigators heading to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where a small plane crashed, killing one person, damaging a couple of homes. Jim Lang says it sounded like a bomb went off, bringing neighbors rushing to help.
They were first on the scene. They came out with fire extinguishers to try and help as much as they could, but this was way beyond garden hose and fire extinguishers.
He spoke with KSFY TV. People in tsunami-devastated coastal areas of Indonesia being warned to steer clear of the coastline amid fears that another tsunami could strike. Last weekend's giant wave killed at least 429 people and left thousands homeless amid huge amounts of destruction. Wall Street, Dow futures up 190 points, S&P futures 23 points higher. More of these stories at townhall.com.
This is Mike McDonald, Chief of the Opt Police Department. The officers and staff of the Opt Police Department wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and we hope you have a Happy New Year's. Folks, let's don't get out and drink and drive, and let's try to settle any family problems without violence. Again, let's concentrate on a very happy and a very safe Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's.
Merry Christmas from our residents and staff of the Op Help in Rehab.
Amid the hustle and bustle of this year's holiday festivities, there will be moments when we reflect and remember those we love. During this Christmas season, take the time to reach out to those who need us and continue to show love for one another. This wish is from the entire staff and our residents. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
It's gonna be a catfish Christmas. Santa's on the lake. It's gonna be a catfish Christmas. Reeling in the holiday.
The staff of David's Catfish House would like to wish all their customers a very Merry Christmas. Catfish for Christmas from David's Catfish House is a great Christmas present.
That's right.
Hello, this is Jeff Worley. I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and have the opportunity to spend time with family and friends. I would especially like to thank God for sending His Son, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for whom we celebrate Christmas. May God bless everyone. Merry Christmas and best wishes for the new year.
With us for Sports, Patrick Frost. The other Lakers had to play most of the second half without LeBron James on Christmas Day, but they had enough talent to whip the NBA's two-time defending champions 127-101. James, who had given his teammates a 16-point lead, already had 17 points, 13 boards, and 5 assists when he strained his left groin after slipping of the Warriors' basket at the 7:51 mark of the third quarter. Warriors guard Stephen Curry at 15 points says they fell flat against the Lakers.
We're looking forward to this opportunity to get out there and just lay an egg, so you can feel terrible about it leaving, the arena. You gotta understand it's December in a decent spot. We gotta get better though.
Golden State is tied with Denver for the West lead, with Lakers just 2.5 back in a tight conference race. Milwaukee playing their first Christmas Day game since 1977, down at the Knicks 109-95 at New York. The Bucks' fifth win in 6 games. New York has dropped 5 in a row and 10 of 11. This is SRN Sports.
It is our holiday hope at Modern Cleaners, Johnny and Laura Wilson and staff, that you and yours have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Fill the air with good tidings. Sing and be merry.
Help out your neighbors, celebrate and have fun. Enjoy your family, friends, and everyone you meet. These holiday wishes from all of us at Modern Cleaners, Johnny and Laura Wilson and staff.
And a big Merry Christmas.
Modern Cleaners will be closed the week of Christmas.
The true meaning of Christmas. Be sure to put Christ in your Christmas celebration. It's a must to celebrate Christ's birthday. Have a fun time with Santa and the kids, and have a serious time with Christ. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the staff of WOPP, your community radio station, 1290 AM WOPP.
Hi, this is Greg White.
And this is Jan. We are excited about the Christmas season. It gives us an opportunity to join with family and friends in celebration of Christ's birth.
We trust that you too will enjoy this time with your family and friends, and that you will experience the presence of Christ throughout the season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
This Christmas greeting brought to you by Greg and Jan White.
Sweet Teas Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue, the Old Bar Seafood Place. Open for breakfast Friday through Sunday, 7 a.m., breakfast served until 10 a.m. Bubble biscuit, sausage, egg, and cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, ham, egg, and cheese for $3.50. Big bubble biscuit, $4.50. Grilled bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, $4.50. At lunch, the Reuben, the roast beef, the turkey club, the chicken club, BLTs, grilled cheese, cheese, and cheese your way. And yes, hamburgers, and now serving chicken wings. Try our special sauce and kids menu. And sweet for the sweet at Sweet Teas Cafe and Bakery, 205 East Covenant Avenue. For delivery, call 493-1111. 493-1111. Located at the Old Bar Seafood. Open Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock until 4. Friday through Sunday, 7 a.m. until 2. And now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, 5 o'clock until 9 p.m.
Today is December the 26th. It's the day after Christmas. And for many people, today is a day of despondency and depression and discouragement. They have the idea it's all over. My joy is gone. That's wrong. It's not all over. Hey, if you've really celebrated Christmas like it ought to be celebrated, then it's not all over. It's just starting. It's just beginning. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. So rejoice and be glad. Say with the psalmist of old, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And that, my friend, is something to think about. I'm Gary Miller, pastor of Westview Baptist Church in Opp.
There's things that my dad used to do when I was growing up. When I walked out the door, he would say, "Do you have gas in the car and a quarter to call if you need me?" Now, it's time to take care of my dad.
At Comfort Care Hospice, we consider it an honor to care for those with life-limiting illness. We care for their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs, enhancing their quality of life and your peace of mind. And because we're based in your community, we can be by your side when you need us, day or night. Comfort Care, the right hospice, right here.
The holiday season sparkles with memories to share. It's special places, children's faces, friends who show they care. There's magic all around to make your dreams come true. Season's greetings, Happy New Year to yours truly, WOPP.
The American Legion Post 157, Highway 29 North in Gant is open Tuesday through Saturday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Tuesday through Thursday, 1 o'clock on Friday and Saturday, until, don't forget, pool tournament every Thursday night, karaoke every Friday and Saturday night, free pool Tuesday through Thursday, and we have bar snacks. At the American Legion, drop in and say hi to Jeannie. At the American Legion, Post 157, Highway 29 in Ghent.
The Yola experience at the Florida Mall is closer than you think. brand new. Make a melted wax painting and kaleidoscope yourself. Plus 24 hands-on family attractions. Save the Adventure Lab from colorful trouble. Climb a 2-story playground. Turn your coloring page into a 4D adventure. Name your own crayon. Watch how crayons are made. And so much more. Your Crayola experience is just a short drive away.
Get your discount tickets today at CrayolaExperience.com.
Come and get the best donuts in the Wiregrass at the Op Donut Shop, featuring classic yeast glazed and designer donuts. Tired of the same old dry biscuits in the morning? Try their delicious breakfast sandwich made of a glazed or plain yeast roll with bacon or sausage, egg and cheddar cheese. And don't forget the coffee. Their premium coffee is the best around. Plus they have iced coffee, cappuccino, frappes, and soft drinks. For lunch, try a delicious BLT with your choice of cheeses. The Op Donut Shop, open Monday through Saturday from 6 until 2, located at 112 West Covington Avenue across from the Op Gun Shop. Call 493-0830 and order a dozen donuts today.
Do you need a place to live? The Op Housing Authority just may be able to help you. Apartments with rental assistance are available for qualified applicants. Depending on the size of your family and annual income, you could qualify for assistance. Many people that think they cannot get help actually qualify for assistance. The best way to find out is to fill out an application. Some apartments are accessible units, and you may request reasonable accommodations at any time. Pick up an application at the Op Housing Authority, 800 Barnes Street, Monday through Friday, 7:30 until 6 p.m. To return the application, come by on Tuesdays and Thursdays during the hours posted in our office. For more information, call 493-9741. The Op Housing Authority, Equal Opportunity Housing.
Need to service your firearms? Want to buy a new or good used firearm? Well, look no further than the Op Gun Shop. The Op Gun Shop is your local repair and sales shop. They clean guns and sell pistols, rifles, shotguns, ammo, and accessories. Hog hunters, you need to check out the night vision optics. Need black rifle parts? The Op Gun Shop is your store. Fast turnaround, on-site gun repair. We also handle FFL gun transfers for those who choose to shop online. The Op Gun Shop, open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to noon. Located at 109 West Covington Avenue across from the Op Donut Shop. Or call 764-3457. The Op Gun Shop, 764-3457.
The holiday season sparkles with memories to share. In special places, children's faces, friends who show they care. There's magic all around to make your dreams come true. Season's greetings, Happy New Year to yours truly, WOPP.
Here's your weather bug yellow weather. I'm Rod Tanner. Well, this morning or the day after Christmas, we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high 67. This afternoon, there's a 5 or 10 chance of rain overnight. The mostly cloudy conditions, our low should be 54. We'll have more showers. We could have a thunderstorm Thursday. Going to be cloudy with a high 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm continue Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night's low 64. Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year on Saturday, we'll have showers, possibly a thunderstorm. Going to be cloudy or high 72. There's a 5 or 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Morning low 45. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise at 6:43. The official sunset at 4:50. Presently 49 degrees and sunny skies here at WOPP.
Watching girls go by, me, oh my, what a lovely way to spend their afternoon. Watching girls go by, that's how I spend my time, picking out the ones I'd like to make love to. When I was just a boy, I put away my toys. I had watching girls go by. Me, oh my, what a lovely way to spend the afternoon. Watching girls go by, that's how I spend my time. You're the only one I wanna make love to. Watching girls go by, me, oh my, what a lovely way to spend the afternoon. Watching girls go by, that's how I spend my time. You're the only one I wanna make love to. Yeah, you're the only girl I wanna make love to.
Thank you, Ronnie, for waiting for me. Busy running my mouth. Can you believe I was busy running my mouth? Well, today is not a Monday, but it's kind of like a Monday after the holidays.
Blue Monday, ah, it's Blue Monday. Got to work like a slave on me. Here come Tuesday, oh, Tuesday. I'm so tired, got no time to play. Here come Wednesday, I'm beat to my side. My gal called, got to tell her that I'm out. 'Cause Thursday is a hard working day, and Friday I'll get my pay. Saturday morning, oh, Saturday morning, all my time is gone away. On my morning, in my heart, and I'm out on the stairs to play. Sunday morning, my head is bad. Oh, it's worth it for the time that I've had. But I've got to get my rest, 'cause money is a man. Saturday morning, oh, Saturday morning, all my time they're gone away. On my morning, in my heart, and I'm out on the step to play. Sunday
Good morning, Myra.
oh, it's worth it for the time that I've had. But I've got to get my rest, 'cause money's a man.
That's Domino Blue Monday. Well, it's not a Monday, but it kind of seems like one. Hey, let me tell you about the Country Kitchen Restaurant. They present a special, a 12-ounce ribeye, 2 sides, and dessert, a cheesecake, tea and coffee, $12.99 plus tax. A 16-ounce T-bone, 2 sides, and dessert, cheesecake, tea or coffee, $13.99 plus tax. Now, when will this be going on? Friday and Saturday special. 3 o'clock Friday until close. Saturday, 3 o'clock until close. This is this weekend. It's the New Year, kind of bringing in the New Year. This Friday, the 12th and 28th. This Saturday, the 12th and 29th. 3 o'clock until closing. The Country Kitchen, right across from Dice Music. 12-ounce ribeye, 2 sides and a dessert, cheesecake, tea and coffee at $12.99 plus tax. A 16-ounce T-bone, you heard me right, T-bone, 2 sides and dessert, tea and coffee, cheesecake, $13.99 plus tax. That's this Friday and Saturday, 3 o'clock until close. 208 West Cummings Avenue, 493-6906, now under new management, Carla Cornelius. Go by and say hi to everyone there. I guarantee you'll be welcome. And it is They're doing a great job there, to be honest. They're doing a super, super job. I got this hum in my headphones. I know it's not on the air, but what did I do to get rid of it last time? I never can remember what I do to get rid of it. Or maybe it just get rid of itself. I have no idea. I keep thinking it's this wire that we used to have that mic hooked to and don't now, but it runs through the thing. Yeah, I've turned it every which way. It's not having this time. I want to think it's part of acts like an antenna, but I don't reckon it's doing it. But anyway, let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Welcome to the Southeast District Singing Convention. Now, this Sunday, they're going to have the regular service at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, Sunday school and morning worship. No service Sunday night, because Monday night they're coming back for the annual Watch Night service. It begins at 6. They're going to have a big fellowship, eat dinner, and bring in the new year with testimony and singing and Word of God. Both services held at the Southeast District Singing Convention building. Reverend John Lawrence inviting everyone, so you make plans now to be there. Looking at the Mizell Memorial Hospital menu for today, don't have one. Oh, they didn't get it to me. They had a Monday and Tuesday, and then forgot to get it to me for Wednesday. Tell you what you can do, though. You can call 493-3541. 493-3541. You recognize that number? That's the main number at the hospital. Then extension 411, and they supposedly tell you the whole week menu there. That's Mizell Memorial Hospital opportunity. Well, at least they had it open yesterday for Christmas, and I heard several people went there yesterday, had no family in town, so they went there for their big Christmas dinner. What a great thing for them to do. And, of course, you always get a choice of meat, 2 vegetables, and bread. Employees is $4. Entree, well, we know. Guests is $7.50. There's what we're looking for. Senior discount is $6.50. That's Mizell Memorial Hospital cafeteria. Opportunity EMS. Countywide ambulance service. Quality care with a Christian attitude. 24-hour service. Mr. Hayward is not as old as Santa Claus, but pert near. Some people think he's Santa Claus. You have a choice. Choose Opportunity EMS. Opportunity EMS, oldest advanced life support ambulance service in Covington County. Over 20 years in service right here in Covington County. Opportunity EMS. You have a choice. Say, I want Opportunity EMS. 493-0911. 493-0911. You have a choice, so you choose Opportunity EMS. Here's Elvis.
It didn't print right, but that's today's menu. She sent it about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, tell them.
Yeah, she sent
Oh, please. See what bitch get you?
She sent it about 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Send you a picture of it. Good help. And I know I don't care. The Jailhouse Rock here on WOPP. Nice having you in this morning. Hey, I've got the menu at Mizell Memorial Hospital now. Let's see. Roast, pork roast, scallops, potatoes, carrots, grilled hamburger, steak, and Brussels. That's pork roast. Sounds good, doesn't it? Scallop, potatoes, carrots, grilled hamburger, steak, and Brussels. That's at the Mizell Memorial Hospital, their menu for today. And let's see, congratulations to Taylor and Cameron McKinney. They are the winners of the WOPB First No Dance Challenge. We plan on doing this again next year with the possibility of bigger prizes and even more of them. So be ready. They picked up $100. Congratulations to Scott Kelly and also to Amanda Bailey. They were our birthday winners during the holidays, the 24th and 25th. So I wanted to do that. I did it earlier this morning, but you know how it is on holidays. I know. You get busy. Although we got it posted on our Facebook too. Chevrolet employee discount going on for right now. Yes, Chevrolet discount going on right now at J.M. Jackson. That means you can go and say, hey, Bobby, Jonathan, Cody, Tori, and Brad, and the Laney brothers, I want the discount that you get. I want that. Yes, I want that discount right now. Can you handle that? And I bet you know they say, oh, I bet I can, because that's what they're doing right now. Yeah. The employee discount, J.M. Jackson Chevrolet. You go by right now, the Chevy employee discount going on. They're located right across from the airport. Real easy to find. J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick. Buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way. Caroline Country Store, number 1 on 84, where the U-Haul's at. Number 2 is at Antioch. Number 3 is at the 134 in the county line, where the Copper Kettle is. And number 4 is at Florella Highway, where you see the Big Gulf sign, and you pull in, and then you see Caroline's Country Store, number 4. That's where they have kerosene also, man. And they keep a little bit later hours there. You may want to keep that in mind. You know, they start at 5 in the morning, go to 9. Then on weekends, they go to 11 o'clock. And, you know, they're looking at adjusting those hours as needed at Caroline's Country Store 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, 1, 2, and 3 is opens at 6 in the morning and goes to 7 in the evening. I knew all that in my head. Boy, that's dangerous. Lippy Lee goes back some time. Little Eras.
This hour, townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The death of the second child from Guatemala prompting federal immigration officials to order medical checks of all youngsters in their care. The boy got sick in New Mexico, was taken to the hospital.
He was diagnosed with a cold and a fever and was given prescriptions for amoxicillin and ibuprofen. He was released Monday afternoon after being held 90 minutes for observation. The agency said the 8-year-old was taken back to the hospital Monday night with nausea and vomiting and died there just hours later.
Correspondent Shelley Adler says another child, a 7-year-old girl from Guatemala, also died recently while being held for immigration processing. Wall Street futures higher. The Dow may open on the plus side following Monday's breathtaking plunge. Saw the blue chips close down 653 points. Day 5 of the partial government shutdown. President Trump not wavering in his demand for border security funds, including money to continue with the wall.
We have a little bit of a shutdown because we believe in walls and we believe in borders and we believe in barriers.
And later told reporters in the Oval Office,
I can't tell you when the government's going to be open.
adding he's open to meeting again with top Democrats and hopes they can make some progress, getting what he argues is money for the only thing that will stop drugs and human trafficking at the border.
Correspondent Sagar Megani. A potent winter storm that's already pounded parts of California is on the move.
A variety of impactful weather. We're talking about a pretty major snowstorm from Colorado up through the Central Plains states, Nebraska, eastern South Dakota, into Minnesota, and eventually the western Great Lakes when we get into Thursday.
Patrick Burke at the National Weather Service. One person has died in the crash of a small plane, went down in a backyard in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 4 homes were evacuated. The feds investigating. Wall Street, Dow futures up 140 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Facebook has suspended 5 accounts for misleading tactics during last year's U.S. Senate race in Alabama. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP. Facebook says the company recently removed 5 accounts run by multiple individuals for engaging in coordinated, inauthentic behavior on Facebook around the Alabama special election. Facebook says the investigation is ongoing. Montgomery residents can recycle their live Christmas trees this season. The city of Montgomery Clean City Commission, and the Alabama Department of Conservation will accept trees this Saturday, the 29th, and next Saturday, January 5th. State lawmakers will hold their organizational session next month. Legislators will meet in Montgomery beginning January 8th to organize for their 4-year term. Lawmakers will elect a Speaker of the House and other leadership positions, approve rules, and receive committee assignments. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on your hometown radio station 1290 WOPP.
CCB time is 8:34. Time for you to drop by CCB here in Opp, meet your local staff, talk over our local community activities, talk over your banking needs. Member FDIC. Good morning. I'm Robert Booth for Dateline Action News, brought to you by S&P Communications, J.M. Jackson, the Farmers IGA, Power South, CCB Community Bank, Mizell Memorial Hospital, Hardee's, and the Woodmore.
Manage your debit cards at the touch of a button. CCB's mobile app now provides you with more confidence and peace of mind with our new Card Valet feature. Card Valet gives you greater control and security over using your debit card. Turn your debit card on and off, receive alerts, and manage usage restrictions at the touch of a button. Just one more way CCB makes your life easier. CCB Community Bank, serving our community since 1947. Member FDIC.
Sports presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on your hometown station 1290 WOPP.
The other 4 bowl games, part of the New Year's 6 Peach Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. The Florida Gators facing the Michigan Wolverines. The Gators at 9-3 under first-year head coach Dan Mullen, while Michigan, coming off a tough loss to Ohio State to close out their regular season, will be looking for their first New Year's Day bowl win under Jim Harbaugh. Fiesta Bowl in Arizona, LSU taking on unbeaten UCF out of the American Athletic Conference. The Knights went 13-0, but lost their star quarterback in Mackenzie Milton to an injury. Tigers went 9-3 with a strong running attack from Nick Brosette. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, it's Ohio State and Washington, traditional Pac-12 versus Big Ten matchup. Final game for Buckeyes coach Urban Meyer, who's retiring at the end of the game, narrowly missing out on the playoff at 12-1. Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, conference champion runner-ups as Georgia faces Texas at the Superdome. I'm Tony Desiri on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP.
Why does Hardee's make biscuits from scratch? That's like asking why clowns scare people. Because it's what we were born to do, and because it makes them delicious. We were also born to let you choose from our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage and egg biscuit, or Frisco breakfast sandwich, and mix and match any 2 of these for only $4. That's right, as newborns, we came up with this 2 for $4 mix and match idea and started making delicious biscuits from scratch. Talk about proud parents.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary, tax not included.
Driving home for Christmas, yeah.
We reflect on the past year during this holiday season. It's nice to be able to thank the customers who have helped make J.M. Jackson Chevrolet Buick a success. One of the true joys of the holiday is to say thank you and to wish our customers the best in the coming year. We hope you and your family have a safe and happy holidays, and please remember, buy it the right way, the J.M. Jackson way.
Driving home for Christmas.
Race Flash, powered by SB Nation Radio. NASCAR year in review. Austin Dillon opened the season with a victory in the 60th running of the Daytona 500, driving the iconic number 3 to victory lane. The win 17 years of the day that Dale Earnhardt died in a final lap crash of the Great American Race. Dillon led only the final lap of the race. It was just the second driver ever to win the Daytona 500 on the final lap. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick led the series this season with 8 victories. Defending Cup champion Martin Truex Jr. won 4 races, but Joey Logano won the Cup title with a victory in the season finale at Homestead Miami Speedway. Tyler Reddick, driving for JR Motorsports, won the Xfinity Series title, and the Camping World Series title went to Brett Mott. That's your Mahindra Race Flash. Powered by SB Nation Radio.
At Mizell Wellness Center, we believe your greatest wealth is your health. The Wellness Center offers state-of-the-art cardiovascular and strength training equipment, fitness classes, racquetball court, and an indoor heated pool. Our staff consists of a certified athletic trainer, exercise technicians, and a massage therapist who are ready to assist you in achieving a healthy lifestyle. The indoor heated pool is also available for party rentals. Let your good health begin today. Contact the Mizell Wellness Center at 334-493-1730.
This week's specials at the Farmers IGA. Lean ground beef, $1.77 a pound. Smoked hog jowls, 99 cents a pound. Boneless top sirloin steak, $3.99 a pound. Essential everyday black-eyed peas, 1 pound bag, 99 cents. Bluebell ice cream, half gallon, 2 for $10. Hellman's mayo, 30 ounces, 2 for $5. Heinz ketchup, 38 ounces, $1.99. Fresh green cabbage, 2 pounds for $1.
Shop your hometown proud Farmers IGA in Lamar Plaza. Savings plus service equals IGA.
This week's specials at
Hildred Wayne Drury, age 83 of Alva, passed away Monday
Son
at his
of a
home
bitch.
in Alva. Funeral services will be held from the Hayes
Damn.
Funeral Chapel Thursday at 2 p.m. Burial will be military honors at the Hillcrest Memorial Garden Cemetery. Visitation will be at Hayes Funeral Home 1 hour prior to services. Hildred Wayne Dury is survived by wife Mary Margaret Dury, son Mark and Brenda Dury, a granddaughter, a grandson, a great-granddaughter, sister Margie Lou Harrison.
Funerals are added to our local news as soon as possible after receiving them from the funeral home. Funerals are also posted daily on the WOPP Facebook page.
Electric cooperatives used to think their place was in the home, working with homeowners to pick the right appliances. Today's electric cooperative not only helps homeowners, but businesses as well. Your co-op supports economic development in your community. and it helps scores of businesses save money and become more energy efficient. But one thing hasn't changed, our commitment to providing you with quality customer service.
The Op City Utilities, your local touchstone energy cooperative.
S&P Communications on the North Bypass here in Opp for your professional radio communication and tower needs here in South Alabama. Call on Jay Sperling and staff for all your generator needs for your business or your home. The in-place generator or the portable generators. Don't be without power during or after the storm. Sale, installation, and service. Call S&P Communications 493-6729. We know how to keep the lights on. The City of Opp, Monday and Tuesday's garbage for the Christmas holiday will be picked up on Wednesday, and Wednesdays will be picked up on Thursday. Fridays will be on schedule. Please put your garbage out the night before your scheduled pickup. The Opp Police Department reporting 1 arrest overnight for violation of probation. The Opp Police Department reporting 5 in their jail. Andalusia Police Department reporting 4 in their jail. Covenant County Sheriff Department booked in 2. 1 failure to appear, 1 violation of probation. 2 release, 197 in the Covenant County Jail. There are 3 days left to enjoy the magic of Christmas in Candyland. Both the downtown Candyland venue and the Springdale on Ice will reopen 5 o'clock until 9 p.m. on Friday. On Saturday, the venues will be open from 1 o'clock until 9 p.m. On Sunday, the venues will be open from 1 o'clock until 5. For the 3rd Sunday running, High Horse Farms will offer carriage rides around the court square. Rides are $3 per person. Rides begin at the corner near Milky Moose and have been very popular. With property tax deadline closing in, the Revenue Commissioner's Office has collected $8,703,369.70 out of the $12,262,887 due, leaving $3,559,517 yet to be collected. The office has extended the deadline for property taxes to be paid because their office will be closed Monday, December the 31st. For unpaid property taxes after January the 2nd, each partial will incur a 1% interest charge and a $5 penalty per partial. Bills may be paid online at cobbcounty.com by mail or in person. To pay online or pay by credit card in the office, there is a 2.35% processing fee. The office is open 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. For more information, phone 428-2540. The Covenant County Department of Human Resources is looking for caring adults willing to open their homes and their hearts to foster children. With that in mind, the new year we will have 10-week class for potential foster parents. The classes will be offered on Sunday afternoons beginning January the 6th. To become licensed potential foster parents, must complete a total of 30 hours of training, 3 hours per week for 10 weeks. The county also has a foster parent support group and a clothes and supply closet where foster parents can get things that children who come into their care need. There's also a need for foster parents willing to provide respite care, keeping children for a weekend or other short period of times. The classes will be held 1 to 4 Sunday afternoon, January the 6th through March the 10th at the DHR office in Andalusia. For additional information, call Natalie Pinson, 427-7933. For those planning to attend LBW Community College spring semester starting January the 7th, now is the time to meet with advisors and register for classes. Please keep in mind the college will be closed December the 21st through January the 1st. All fees and tuition are due by noon on Friday, January the 4th. If paying in person, if paying online, deadline is 5 p.m. on Sunday, January the 6th. Mark your calendar for the Cancer Freeze, February the 2nd, Lake Jackson in Florella. Scheduled events, 7 a.m. pancake breakfast and fishing tournament, 9 a.m. 5K walk run, 10 a.m. the opening ceremonies and the car show, 11 a.m. the chili cook-off, 1 p.m. the live auction. More events throughout the day will be Shave Your Lid, balloon release, inflatables, water sports, raffle, and concessions. For a complete schedule, go to cancerfreeze.org. One of the 2019 recipients is Ops' own D. Brundage. Let's support Cancer Freeze. WOPP will broadcast various events from Cancer Freeze on Saturday, February the 2nd. See you there. If you wish to donate to the hurricane relief and you want 100% of your donation to go to the relief, use your or a local church and write your check to the church and designate as a gift for the Hurricane Michael Disaster Relief Fund. The church will use it or send it to their faith association to be used. This is the best way for cash and checks. WOPP strongly suggests using a church. Here they are, our Super 6 for Cancer Freeze 2019. Get ready to freeze for these 6 amazing families. They are the following: Jalen Bernice, 9 years old, from Enterprise. Dee Brundage, age 18, from Op. Kimberly Sasser, age 30, from Andalusia. Christy Brunson, age 40, from Baker, Florida. Angel Diallo, age 17, from Santa Rosa Beach. Brandy Baggett, age 42, from Crestview. Mark your calendars to come to Cancer Freeze 2019 on Saturday, February the 2nd at Lake Jackson in Florella. Their pictures are on the WOPP Facebook page.
Owners and staff of the Woodmore want to invite everyone in the Opp and surrounding area to come by and see what assisted living is all about. With extra clean facilities, wonderful home cooking, and around-the-clock staffing, the Woodmore is a place that anyone would love to call home. It's also a place that family members and friends will enjoy coming by to visit, talk, and spend time. Whether it's in the back sunroom, the den or dining area, or strolling around the walking trail or pond, you and your family will always feel comfortable and welcome. That's what taking care of our seniors is all about. So give Donna a call at the Woodmore, 493-2721.
Bowl games for this week. The First Responder. Kickoff at 12:30, Boston College versus Boise. Quick Lane Bowl, 4:15, Minnesota versus Georgia Tech. Cheez-It Bowl at 8 o'clock, TCU versus California. On Thursday, Independence Bowl, 12:30 kick, Temple versus Duke. Pinstripe Bowl, 4:15 kick, Miami versus Wisconsin. The Texas Bowl, 8 p.m., Baylor versus Vandy. Friday, 12:30, the Music Bowl, Auburn versus Purdue. 4:15, Camping World Bowl, West Virginia versus Syracuse. 8 p.m., Alamo Bowl, Iowa State versus Washington State. Then on Saturday, the Peach Bowl, 11 o'clock, Michigan versus Florida. 11:30, the Burke Bowl, South Carolina versus Virginia. 12:15, the Arizona Bowl, Nevada versus Arkansas State. Swimmers looking for a year-round swim team need look no further, as the Covenant Aquatic Swim Team, Barracudas, will offer a year-round swim team here in Opp. For more information, contact Darren Forney at 318-4951.
Covington County Relay for Life organizers announced the big changes for its 2019 event. Relay is moving to Springdale Estate. With a goal of 20 teams at $80,000, the event is a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. It will start at 6 o'clock as usual with an opening ceremony. We plan to combine the survivor and caregiver lap. For the relay part of the event, teams and community members will walk from Springdale to the Court Square and back. This year's theme is Taking It to the Street, so a literal walk in the street fits. At Springdale, organizers plan to create a carnival-type scene with food and games. The luminary ceremony will include a moment of silence. Relay for Life 2019 is set for April the 26th. Monthly planning meetings will begin on January the 15th.
That's Dateline Action News, Ops only locally owned and operated news service. Hear it first on WOPP and repeat it later across town.
Hometown shopping just makes sense. This is your hometown. The holiday season sparkles with memories to share. In special places, children's faces, friends are sure they care. There's magic all around to make your dreams come true. Season's greetings, Happy New Year to yours truly, WOPP.
Your
Here's your weather about yellow weather. I'm Rod Tanner. For this morning or the day after Christmas, we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high 67 this afternoon. There's a 5 in 10 chance of rain overnight. The mostly cloudy conditions, our low should be 54. We'll have more showers. We could have a thunderstorm Thursday. Going to be cloudy with a high 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm, continue Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night's low 64. Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year, on Saturday, we'll have showers, possibly a thunderstorm. Going to be cloudy or high 72. There's a 5 in 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest Lower Alabama weather here on WOPP.
45 is our low. The winds are from the east, maybe a mile. The official sunrise, 6:43. The official sunset at 4:50. Presently sunny skies, 54 degrees. Here at WOPP.
The Country Kitchen. Miss Mary, Carla, and Stout wishes everyone a very, very Merry Christmas. Even an old-time Merry Christmas.
Bicycles, bicycles, candy canes, and candlelight.
Merry Christmas from the Country Kitchen. Miss Mary, Carla, and Stout.
Have an all-time Christmas.
I'm Mayor Becky Brackey, and I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and the very best in the coming year. I pray that your Christmas is blessed with the joy and peace of the season, and that carries into the new year. God bless you, and Merry Christmas from the Mayor, the City Council, and the City of Opp employees.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Many servicemen have spent traveling to home at an airport just to make it home for Christmas. Ask the members of the Amvest Post 23 how they remember getting home for Christmas. Our time now to wish each and every one a very Merry Christmas from the members of the Amvest Post 23 here in Opp.
Yeah, I have one of them now. Sleep. A lot of them.
Come on, baby, shake.
morning, my friends, and welcome back to Moments with the Master. A little technical difficulty here behind the scenes, but you probably would not have even known it unless I'd even mentioned anything. So, Robert, don't worry about it. It wasn't even you. It was me back here in the studio. I'm all thumbs once in a while, but it is good to be here today. Good to be able to sit in this chair behind this microphone with these headphones on and have an opportunity to spend a few moments in the Word of God. My name is Trey Poole. I am the minister of the gospel right here at the Op Church of Christ, and I would love to invite you to be with us here. Today's Wednesday, the day after Christmas. We're going to have a time of singing and devotion. We want you to just come out, bring your families, those who are with you. Y'all just make plans to be with us here tonight at the Op Church of Christ, located just down the street from Benton's and Op High School. There at the intersection of Hart and Malloy. You can't miss us. 6 o'clock is when we're going to start. We'd love you to come and be with us as we have a good time together. We are this week looking at Mary's little lamb, the Lamb of God who would take away the sins of the world, John 1 and verse 29. Obviously, we're talking, Robert, about Jesus. Jesus. We're going to be beginning to examine the scripture in Luke chapter 2. We've been kind of setting the stage. We're going to be in verse number 11. Luke chapter 2, verse 11. You need to know a little bit of background of why this is so interesting for me. You see, in the month of December here at the Op Church of Christ, we've been having a theme. Our theme has been Heaven Came Down. Heaven came down. And this is exactly, in a nutshell, what we have been preaching about all month long here at the Op Church of Christ. Luke chapter 2, verse 11. We're going to begin to examine 4 words. It says, "For there is born to you this day in the city of David a Savior who is Christ the Lord." There's 4 words that I really want you to ponder with me. I don't think we're going to get all 4 today, but we'll get them all in the rest of this week, Lord willing. The first word in Luke chapter 2, verse 11 that really jumps off the page and out of that scripture is the word born. For there is born to you this day in the city of David a Savior who is Christ the Lord. Born. So we're going to look at these 4 words that sum up our theme for this month of December. Heaven came down. Born. That's what it's all about. God was born in the flesh. That's what the word incarnation means. It means he put on flesh. He clothed himself with humanity, flesh and blood. You see, Jesus represents the Godhead in bodily, fleshly form. But he was born. Paul says in Galatians chapter 4, starting in verse 4, "But when the fullness of the time had come, God sent forth his Son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem." To redeem, he says, to redeem those who were under the law, that we might receive the adoption as sons. He was born. And Jesus Christ, God in the flesh, represents the Godhead, that is the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. He represents them completely. Colossians chapter number 2, verses 9 and 10, your Bible says this: "For in him," that is in Christ, in Jesus, "dwells all the fullness of the Godhead bodily, and you are complete in him, who is the head of all principality and power." Robert, as we run out of time quickly this morning, looking at this word born, "For there is born to you this day in the city of David a Savior who is Christ the Lord," we have to look at quickly the Gospel of John chapter 1, verses 1 and then verse 14. Here John begins his gospel with these words: "In the beginning was the Word, And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Verse 14 says, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Oh, my friends, let us rejoice and celebrate that God was born, that he was born in the flesh of the Virgin Mary, and he was born to die. We'll talk about more of that later this week, Lord willing. But you come out and be with us tonight at 6 o'clock for fellowship and singing. What a wonderful time it will be right here at the Opp Church of Christ. May God bless you.
Hi, this is Barry McKnight, voice of the Troy Trojans, and you're into WOPP, Opp, Alabama, the Trojans' oldest affiliate. News this hour, townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomas.
Shoot, yeah.
The death of a second child from Guatemala prompting federal immigration officials to order medical checks of all youngsters in their care. The boy got sick in New Mexico and taken to the hospital.
He was diagnosed with a cold and a fever and was given prescriptions for amoxicillin and ibuprofen. He was released Monday afternoon after being held 90 minutes for observation. The agency said the 8-year-old was taken back to the hospital Monday night with nausea and vomiting and died there just hours later.
Correspondent Shelley Adler says another child, a 7-year-old girl from Guatemala, also died recently while being held for immigration processing. Wall Street futures higher. The Dow may open on the plus side following Monday's breathtaking plunge. Saw the blue chips close down 653 points. Day 5 of the partial government shutdown. President Trump not wavering in his demand for border security funds, including money to continue with the wall.
We have a little bit of a shutdown because we believe in walls and we believe in borders and we believe in barriers.
And later told reporters in the Oval Office,
I can't tell you when the government's going to be open.
Adding he's open to meeting again with top Democrats and hopes they can make some progress in getting what he argues is money for the only thing that will stop drugs and human trafficking at the border.
Correspondent Sagar Megani. A potent winter storm that's already pounded parts of California is on the move.
It's going to bring a variety of impactful weather. We're talking about a pretty major snowstorm from Colorado up through the Central Plains states, Nebraska, eastern South Dakota, into Minnesota, and eventually the western Great Lakes when we get into Thursday.
Patrick Burke at the National Weather Service. One person has died in the crash of a small plane, went down in a backyard in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 4 homes were evacuated. The feds investigating. Wall Street, Dow futures up 140 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
With us for sports, Patrick Cross. The Roger Bowl action continues today with 3 more games. Boston College taking on Boise State in the First Responder Bowl. Minnesota against Georgia Tech in the Quick Lane Bowl. And the Cheez-It Bowl has California facing TCU. As the 4 playoff teams prepare to face off this Saturday.
They're not as bad as they were. They were really bad, all of them.
Plans to have each of them live atop
They now got a little bit better. Just come up with anything. Yep.
And only 1 fan remains. The entire stunt will be broadcast on the cable network. The 4 fans will take their positions on the billboard Thursday, 2 days before the college football playoff semifinals. In Christmas NBA action, it was Milwaukee 109, New York 95. Bucks guard Malcolm Brogdon, who had 17 points.
Yesterday watching
the
basketball.
second-best record in the league at 23-10.
I think energy and attention to detail.
Nah.
We've been talking
I
about
bet most people didn't. I was flipping back and forth between ball games and 24 hours of Die Hard.
Nah.
The Christmas Day action saw Irving hit 5 of the Celtics' 14 three-pointers and finished with 40 points as Boston went to overtime to beat Philadelphia 121-114. Irving says facing the star-laden Sixers on Christmas Day is more than enough motivation to prove his monster game in a holiday playoff rematch.
I always talk about being on those big stages. It's just so much fun. It's just competition at its highest. I mean, I love going against the best, so it's not too often you get to do that in the regular season, especially on a holiday like Christmas. You know, got to open presents with my family this morning and coming into work, you know, it's great.
Houston beat Oklahoma City 113-109. It was the LA Lakers 127, Golden State 101, and Utah 117, Portland 96. The NHL has taken the last 2 days off, but will return to the ice Thursday with 13 games. Tampa Bay with the league leading 58 points, skates hosted Philadelphia. Western Conference leader Winnipeg is on for Calgary. With SRN Sports, I'm Patrick Cross.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on your hometown station 1290 WOPP. The Cotton Bowl featuring 2 unbeaten teams with Clemson facing Notre Dame in Arlington, Texas. The Tigers are 13-0, led by true freshman quarterback Trevor Lawrence, who threw 24 touchdown passes this season, taking over the job from Kelly Bryant. But he'll be facing an Irish defense that's only allowed 7 passing touchdowns this year and collected 12 interceptions. Notre Dame went 12-0 with a defense that's only allowing 17 points per game. And while their defense has slowed down passing games, Clemson has a weapon in running back Travis Etienne, who rushed for over 1,400 yards with 21 touchdowns. Notre Dame is led by quarterback Ian Book, who's completing over 83% of his passes in the fourth quarter, which could be a factor in this game if it is close. Clemson will be looking for its second national championship over the past 3 years, 3rd overall. Notre Dame looking for its first championship since 1988. I'm Tony Desiri on your hometown station, 1290 WOPP.
What is your weather bug yellow weather? I'm Rod Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
This morning or the day after Christmas, we'll have mostly sunny skies and a high 67 this afternoon. There's a 5 or 10 chance of rain overnight. The mostly cloudy conditions, our low should be 54. We'll have more showers. We could have a thunderstorm Thursday. Going to be cloudy with a high 67. Showers, possibly a thunderstorm, continue Thursday night and Friday. Thursday night's low 64. Friday's high 72. For the final weekend of the year on Saturday, we'll have showers, possibly a thunderstorm. Going to be cloudy or high 72. It's a 5 and 10 chance of rain Sunday with a high of 69. That's the latest low Alabama weather here on WOPP.
Hey, 45 is our low this morning. It's presently 55 degrees and sunny skies here at the studios of WOPP. Good morning, Trip.
Good morning.
I reckon the big news is down in Florella where they lost their coach down there.
They did.
Oh, was that expected or a little early?
Kind of expected a little bit. I mean, they did have a...
You turned the program around.
They did, and it was a little unexpected. It might be this quick, but this is the season where coaches will be on the move.
A bit more expected in January, February, March in that area, wouldn't we?
I was thinking it probably more, January is when people go and look for their a new coach, or they do some swapping around. Yeah, a little surprising it was this early.
Yeah,
but not surprising. The guy has turned it around for them.
Right. What else? Enterprise got their new coach and paying a ridiculous price, but I mean that's for that size of school. I reckon that's the price nowadays.
It's for a school that size. It's going to be just outrageous. It's what it is. I mean, for a little school like Opp, it looks a lot, but like you said, that there's just millions of dollars coming into that school every day. So.
Well, it's kind of like I know Jamie looked like he was number 5 in the prices, but it's just like he said there's still more package to it than people's not aware of too.
There is. There's a lot more to it than, especially at a big school. That's a year-round job and that's a 10 to 12 hour a day job too.
He was afraid that Enterprise is not ready for the package yet. That what else goes with it. They're still growing and don't know completely what all it does to take. It's not all the coach himself; it's the things he wants to for the program.
Exactly, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of dollars.
Lots of dollars.
A lot more than I think a small town like Opp can comprehend.
Over in Dothan, another big move there with the combining of 2 big schools. The speculation is it will not make 7A, but boy, it's going to be a large 6A. Do you agree?
I heard it was going to be on the border. I did hear that somebody was saying it was going to be a big 7A. I said, no, it's not going to be big.
No.
It's going to be on the border. 7A is, you got to have four figures worth of students there. So I mean, we're talking.
Well, they're saying what's saving them is the private schools are picking up, and also the rural schools are picking up numbers.
I would imagine there's going to be some turnover. A couple of the private schools, we played 2 of them, Houston Academy and Providence. I could easily see Providence being 4A.
Yes.
In the next classification.
Yes. That's the speculation.
I could easily see Providence being 4A. And Houston Academy, I think, will still say 3A. I mean, Providence has got them beating numbers right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I could easily see them 4A. And I could see a couple of them bumping up. You've got about more rural schools. Like
even New Brockton's growing.
New Brockton is. That's the one I can see jumping up to 3A.
Wow.
Eventually. I think Enterprise has kind of halted their numbers.
Yeah.
So you might see a jumping with New Brockton, and I thought the next go around we have when they reschedule for football, they would be a good opponent for us to play.
Oh yeah.
Non-region if they're still 2A.
Yeah.
That would be perfect for us to play in that final week of the season, or maybe play. I don't know if Coach Hill would schedule it this way, but you know, his first 2 years here, we played 2 non-region games before we played a region game, and I actually kind of like that.
If New Brockton went 3A with us, that most likely they want to throw us in the same area. Would that
the
mean
same area in every sport? And that would probably be.
Would that cause us to drop Bruton? Ooh.
Oh yes. Oh, we're not even in that one anyway.
T.R. Miller. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're not in that area anyway. I don't think we play them in anything this year.
Oh, okay.
That I know of right now.
So that would be a drop, most likely. Well, we still have to drop somebody else in our area.
If
one of the private schools in Belton?
I was gonna say if Providence were to move up to 4A, Brockton to move up to 3A. Then they'll just replace them.
Okay, that'd be a simple.
We would probably be playing them in every sport.
Okay.
It would probably be most likely if you took Providence out and put New Brockton in. That would probably drop Slocum from our area.
Definitely better for our Gates on all sports.
And it would drop Slocum from our area because they're in our area in basketball and baseball. But just those two. It's just basketball and baseball. None of the others. It's weird how they did it. And you would probably be looking at us and Strawn and Geneva and New Brockton. That would be a good competitive area right there.
Be a good conference. Good money conference.
That would be a good area. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
So all of those would bring in some money. Strawn always brings in money. New Brockton will bring in money. They're like Kinston. They travel real well, whether they're
no matter
whether they're good or bad or whatever. And Geneva travels pretty well too. So
we're just speculating, though. So
that's not definite, you know, and that may not happen. But that would certainly be a very, very nice area to have.
That's us using common sense, and sometimes the Alabama High School Athletic Association don't.
That is.
But sometimes they do.
And, I get asked sometimes, are we ever going to be back in the Mobile region?
I hope not.
No.
Pray not.
There's too many schools bubbling up in the Mobile area.
Okay.
Strong would move over there before we would.
That was a disaster, I tell you, those 2 years.
But it was good winning the region that first year in football, though. Even though we had to go down to Daphne to do it.
Unreal. All right, bowl games. Let's get to football that's in college. The bowl games going on today is Cheez-It in Phoenix. They got TCU and California. That's the early one. No, that's the late one.
I think that's the late one.
Yeah, the 8 o'clock one tonight. What's going to happen there?
TCU.
Yeah. Okay.
They jumped up to one of the major conferences. They were a mid-major, and they've struggled a little bit.
I'm going to say 6-6.
Adapting to the Big 12, but they're still a tough program. They just 4 or 5 years ago they won the Rose Bowl, so they can play. But I think they're figuring out that it's much tougher when you jump up.
Quick Lane is at 4:15 this afternoon. Minnesota versus Georgia Tech.
It's one of those. I think that's 2 7-5s or 6-6.
Minnesota 6-6 and Georgia Tech 7-5.
Georgia Tech.
First Responder Bowl is at 12:30 today, the early one. Now this is really Boston College is 7-5. However, I want to say this: probably Boston College played a tougher schedule than Boise State is 10-3.
Boise State 10-3. They're the poster child for mid majors that have never been given a fair shake. I look for them to win that game. Boston College in the ACC, so 7-5 in the ACC. But still, I still think the ACC, that's a basketball conference.
But still, this ought to be a good game.
It will be.
I think it's going to be
anytime Boise State plays, it's a good game.
Okay.
That's a high-powered offense, and that's probably the most successful program over the last 10 years as far as just number of wins.
Well, you got 3 games today. You got 3 games tomorrow. We start at 11:30. Let's see. Let me look at this again. You start at 12:30, and it will be the Independence Bowl, and that's Temple and Duke.
Battle of basketball schools.
Again.
That's definitely a battle of basketball schools.
8-4 Temple and Duke at 7-5, so they're about the same.
That's going to be about Duke 7-5 in the ACC. Temple 8-4. I believe they're in the America Athletic.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about a Temple program that was banished from a conference because they were so bad at one time.
That's right.
And they have bounced back, though. They have probably had more wins in the last 2 or 3 years than they had in the previous 20.
Okay.
Should be a good one.
All right, Pinstripe Bowl will be at 4:15. Miami is 7-5 and Wisconsin 7-5. That's a good match.
That's a good matchup, and the location is the most important thing of that game.
New York.
Will be at Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hence the name Pinstripe. So it seems like that game is usually a good game. ESPN Classic had the very first one from about 2011, maybe, and it was Kansas State and Syracuse, and it went into overtime.
That's unusual too.
And that's the intriguing thing about that bowl game. It's playing it in a whenever they play it in a baseball field. It's not normally football,
and it's not adapted for football.
Not very good.
No.
The one game I wish they still did, but they don't do it anymore. They still play a game in that area. They used to play one at the old AT&T Park out in San Francisco. And the way they had it configured, they had both teams had to stay on the same sideline. They were on the same side. They were restricted from the 50-yard line to the goal line.
Showed that way, the shared.
And I've always thought that was neat. Now, they've moved that game out to Levi Stadium now, so it's not that way anymore. But I always thought that was neat when they did it that way.
No, it worked.
And when they configure the baseball field, it's funny to look at the baseball field configured that way. But definitely that game, check it out for where it's located, Yankee Stadium.
Just to look at it, huh? All right, we got the late game at 8 o'clock. It'll be the Texas Bowl in Houston. Baylor, who is 6-5, no, make that 6-6, and Vandy, both are 6-6. Schedule-wise, I mean,
it should be a good one. Baylor, not a football giant, and neither is Vandy. Just the fact that Vandy's in any year, Vandy's in a bowl game. That's a big deal for that school.
And same year, Kentucky's in one.
Yeah.
Who'd have thunk it?
I know, and Vandy and Kentucky with so many wins. I mean, I think they were 8-4.
Yeah, pretty good.
One of their better years they've had probably since Jared Lorenzen, if everybody remembers that quarterback. Probably one of the best years they've had since he's been there.
How many SEC teams went to bowl? Do you remember?
I think all of them, but neither Mississippi team went.
That's unusual.
South Carolina didn't go, and I think 11, and I'm probably missing one other one. I think 11 of the 14 teams went.
Everybody wants SEC because they bring money.
They do. Depending on the school. Like I said, Vandy, if they even get to a bowl game, that's a big deal for them.
All the basketball players will be at that one, won't they?
Yeah, Vandy, they are historically a basketball and baseball school. So, yeah, it will be. That might be one for basketball because Baylor's pretty much a basketball school too now.
Yeah. All right, then Friday we get serious. We got some of the better bowls. The Music City Bowl will kick off things at 12:30. It'll be Auburn versus Purdue. Auburn 7-5, Purdue 6-6. I'm going to have to give Auburn a big edge there.
I think so. I think the line is with Auburn for this game, but it's Purdue. I don't think they haven't been historically. They've been down. I don't think they have really been worth since Drew Brees was there. I mean, that's just how long it's been for that program.
In Auburn, the question of what offense shows up, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be a question of whether they put up 30 or 40 like they did most of the wins they had, or if they put up 15 or 20 in what they did most of the losses.
And rely on the defense. And that hasn't been good for them.
No.
It's going to be interesting. 4:15 will be the Camping World, and it will be West Virginia and Syracuse. Both of them with pretty good records, 8-3 and 9-3.
It is. That one will be in Orlando.
Yeah.
Camping World Stadium, the Citrus Bowl. That's its new name now. All these companies buying out the names, and that's where that one will be. That is one of the bigger bowls. I think both teams are ranked, so that you should look for a high-powered run and shoot type game.
Then the Alamo Bowl is also that day. It's at 8 o'clock, the late one. It's got a pretty good matchup. Iowa State is 8-4, and Washington State is 10-2.
I think you'll give Washington. Iowa State another one of those that just lucky to be in a bowl game. That's a school that probably has suffered the most with conference realignment because the school is just not that great in anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, you know, when they were thinking about disbanding the Big 12, I thought, well, nobody's going to pick up Iowa State.
Nobody wants to.
They're like Temple. I mean, everybody thought they were going to be banished out of the conference at one point. But Washington State will definitely win that game. Well, they should.
Well, Saturday we got more bowl games, man. Anybody likes football is going to have a belly full.
This weekend is going to be loaded with football on both levels, college and pro.
The 11 kickoff is the Peach in Atlanta. It's Michigan versus Florida, 10-2 and 9-3. Not bad.
One of your bigger bowls. One of the big 6 bowls they have now. They have taken 6 of the bowl games. They call them the Big 6. And this is one of them. And this is one of the ones that has those 7-figure payoffs. The Peach Bowl definitely like I said, one of the bigger ones, and that should be a pretty interesting one.
Well, now you got the Burke Bowl at 11:30. That one's on ABC. All these others have been on ESPN, by the way. South Carolina versus Virginia. They're both 7-5.
I guess South Carolina did make a bowl game.
How about that?
So maybe it was 12 teams that made it from the SEC. I think it was all of them but the 2 Mississippi teams. And now that I think about it. But that one will be pretty decent. That one will be South Carolina will definitely have the advantage because that game is being played in Charlotte, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
So that'll be in their backyard.
The Arizona Bowl in Tucson is at 12:15. Nevada versus Arkansas State. They're 7-5 and 8-4. Not bad.
Pretty good battle of mid majors there. Arkansas State from the same conference Troy is. So should be a good one.
Going to let you rest on Sunday.
That's all pros. We'll be determining playoff position on Sunday. A couple of key games. They're still. I mean, I don't think I ever remember a week 17 going in where so many playoff spots are still yet to be determined.
Now we got 6 games on the 31st.
Now, 31st and the 1st, you get to the big ones.
Now we're talking. Let me find the one that starts the first. The first one, let me see. At 1 o'clock, we have, and it's on CBS, the Sun Bowl, Pittsburgh versus Sanford.
And that one, the Sun Bowl, for some reason, that one is always low scoring.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that El Paso weather, or it depends on what kind of weather you get out there. Because it's usually cold, but it's usually dry, and a lot of the teams that go there are usually not prepared for that kind of weather.
At 2 o'clock, we have the Red Box in Santa Clara. It's the Michigan State versus Oregon.
Oregon will have the big advantage. That game, that's the San Francisco game, if I remember right, or somewhere around there, Levi Stadium, wherever it's at.
Okay.
But yeah, Oregon, that one's like in their backyard, so they'll probably have a pretty good crowd there.
I missed the early kickoff. Military Bowl's at 11 o'clock. Cincinnati versus Virginia Tech.
And that one, I believe, is in Washington, D.C., so right in Virginia Tech's backyard.
We got the Holiday Bowl at 6 o'clock, Northwestern versus Utah.
That one will be a pretty shootout. That'll be a shootout. The Holiday Bowl is usually one of the better non-big bowls, non-New Year's Day bowls. That one is usually a huge bowl game. And a lot of scoring, a lot of offense played out down in San Diego.
The Tax Layer, Jacksonville, Florida. Texas A&M versus North Carolina State.
Should be a pretty decent one. That's the old Gator Bowl. Played in Jacksonville.
Been around for a long time.
That's one of the ones that's been around. I'm surprised that they didn't make that one of the big 6 as long as it's been around. But there's already 2 bowl games in Florida. A part of the big 6. So that one's historically a pretty decent matchup. Historically, SEC plays in that one as well.
Liberty Bowl of Missouri versus Oklahoma State, 8-4 and 6-6. Wow.
Missouri, Oklahoma State. That's one of those SEC Big 12 games. That will be played in Memphis, which is where they put that. That's another one that's been historically an SEC game for an SEC team. I believe that was Bear Bryant's last game was the Liberty Bowl.
That's right. By the way, the Sun Bowl will be on CBS. The Holiday will be on Fox South 1.
FS1.
And then Fox will have Redbox, but the rest of them are ESPN.
And it's unusual to see college football on Fox. I remember when they had the BCS, and I just thought they were horrible. The broadcasters were horrible. I mean, I think Fox learned to stick with the NFL.
Better off with that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't too impressed with the Troy broadcasters in that bowl game.
Yeah, and they always send ESPN sends the lesser ones to the lesser bowl games. You big boys will be there for the playoff games, the ones that actually matter.
The real ones, huh? All right. We've got on Tuesday, the 6 teams have matched up. We've got at 12 o'clock. These are all 3 on the ESPN. Fiesta Bowl puts UCF against LSU.
That is going to be a big test. UCF, they had a test last year. They beat an SEC team last year. And if they beat LSU, they're going to raise another flag saying they're national champions. But they got to win the game first. But I've already read somewhere, it was on ESPN.com, where they're going to raise another national championship banner until somebody beats them. So some of these big schools like the SEC, or the Big Ten, or whoever wins the college football playoff, why don't you schedule them next year?
So this is a biggie for LSU, though.
It is.
It'll be big for them.
It's a big game for them
To shut them up.
I think they'll probably take it a little more seriously than Auburn did last year. LSU didn't play. Auburn lost the title game last year, the SEC championship game. So I don't think they took the bowl game very seriously, and LSU didn't play in a championship game. So it'll be a big bowl game for them as well. That one will be a lot of eyes will be on that game. If Central Florida can beat an SEC school again, it's just a question of what if.
Yeah.
And I already read they're gonna raise a banner with another championship. And if you saw any games this year, they have on the stadium 2017 national champions up on the billboard.
Self-proclaimed.
Yes, and actually acknowledged by the NCAA. I looked on the NCAA site, actually acknowledged by them. This is why you got to have that's why you got to expand the playoffs.
And that's coming. It sounds like.
It will. All they got to say is more money, and that's all it's going to take.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
The Rose, let's see. The Beach Bowl's at noon, Michigan versus Florida. And we done talked about it, haven't we? Yeah, that's Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're talking about the 4 o'clock game. The Rose Bowl, Ohio State versus Washington.
Battle of the classic Big Ten, Pac-10. Actually, it's Big Ten, Pac-12 now, but Rose Bowl, the Granddaddy of all bowl games. This one's been around for over 100 years. So it's always a good game. It just seems like it just depends on how the game starts as to how it's going to be. It seems like it's usually a defensive game. But in this day in football, I think you probably still have to score 30 to win it. It should be very interesting. Ohio State now under a new regime. Urban Meyer stepping down. That's a toss-up. That's probably the biggest toss-up bowl game you have, other than the playoff games. It's usually that one.
We got Texas versus Georgia at 7:45 on ESPN. Sugar Bowl.
The Sugar Bowl. This one, of course, is the SEC's Crown Jewel Bowl. It used to be the Crown Jewel Bowl game for that conference. And Texas will have a lot of people there. The game, being in the Mercedes-Benz in New Orleans, in the Superdome, and of course that's SEC country as well. Georgia reeling off the SEC championship game, but it depends on what Georgia team shows up.
Sure.
Most of the time, I know Alabama fans know that bowl game has not been very kind to them recently. So it's like I said, it's usually the loser of the championship game usually gets that bowl game. So the SEC's done pretty poorly in that bowl game recently. So it used to be it was of course the SEC champion went to that game. It's kind of lost its luster because you could think about all SEC champions that have gone to that game. But the last few times, I know the last time Auburn went, they didn't play very well either. So, like I said, it depends on what kind of Georgia team shows up. And Texas will be ready to play, that's for sure.
Now, of all things, I don't have Alabama on this sheet here. They're playing who?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma and what?
Orange Bowl.
Yeah, when is it?
That's the playoffs. That's I believe it's Saturday.
Oh.
They're doing them a little bit earlier this year, I've noticed. I think it was done on New Year's Day last year, which is where I think they should do it anyway. But the playoff is probably got cut off. It's the last four usually is the playoff. And,
yeah.
I believe it's Saturday, and you got Clemson and Notre Dame. I think that is the first game. I don't even know where that one's at. I think it's the.
Is it being played on Saturday also?
Yeah, both of them are on Saturday. I know Miami and I know Alabama and Oklahoma is the Orange Bowl, and I believe I don't even know where the other game's being played. I believe it's the Cotton Bowl, Dallas. That's it.
That's it.
Jerry World.
Okay.
It's Notre Dame and Clemson, and that one's going to get a lot of eyeballs because of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame has probably the biggest following in the country. I mean, it like they said. As a matter of fact, I remember hearing it on the news thing though. They had not their last championship was in 1988, 30 years ago. So whether they're good or bad or whatever, Notre Dame gets eyeballs.
Oh, sure. Because of who they are. Well, Notre Dame and Alabama are, I reckon, two big traditions.
Yeah, and you throw Southern Cal in there and Ohio State, probably the biggest four in the country.
Yeah.
Maybe Michigan.
Yeah.
Just because Michigan's the winningest program out there. But those are probably the top five. And if you want to throw Texas in there because they got their own network. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, Notre Dame that's pretty much owns NBC because ever since they won their last championship, and maybe I've always said maybe they ought to get rid of the NBC contract because they haven't won one since.
They haven't.
They were given the NBC contract in 1989. I believe it's just for their home games, but still they have exclusive. You know, that's why they're not in a conference. They have the NBC exclusive rights, and
I don't think it's been a good thing for NBC either.
When the team is not good, the viewership, of course, will be down. But this year, I think they had their highest ratings in a while. So
much needed.
NBC they've kind of fallen off. Period. But anyway, with their sports, the last 20 years, I think losing the NFL really hurt them.
Sure.
But they do have the Sunday night game, but it's just not the same as having it on Sunday afternoon. Fox and CBS dominate the air on Sunday afternoon. But yeah, they have that exclusive contract. They got it when they won the championship last time, and it doesn't matter, you know, who they play. All the home games are on NBC, and they're the only. NBC gave up a lot to get that too. It probably cost them their bid for the NFL several years later. But NBC corners the market on the Olympics. That's where they put their money in. It's the Olympics. Because they've had it ever since, I believe, 2000. So
they learned how to do it too.
They do. I mean, you watch it. It's not just NBC. There's several networks we get now that you can watch the Olympics on.
Well, they have to share the programs. I mean, there's no way to get them all on.
Oh, it is. And when the Olympics is overseas, I can remember waking up early in the morning or going to bed late at night.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be stuff on live on all the NBC networks.
Oh, yeah.
And NBC, you know, we're talking things that are owned by NBC. You've got MSNBC, CNBC, USA Network, all owned by NBC company. And so it's that's where all their money goes. And they go. NBC is the Olympics and Notre Dame football. That's about it. But the school is in a conference and everything else.
Yeah.
And just not in football. But they play predominantly ACC and Big Ten opponents. And if you look at their schedule, it's not an easy schedule. They do play, you know, the top tier from the ACC and from the Big Ten. So because they're right there where all the Big Ten teams are. But you talk that's somebody was they had something that was on TV from Notre Dame. They talked about it was the Garth Brooks concert. And, they were going through all the history of Notre Dame and and of course, you know, he had a huge sellout. It was it was, I think, matter of fact, it was an NBC special, or it was a CBS special, I believe. Was a concert there, and they were talking about all the traditions of Notre Dame, and that's just one of those places that you just, as a college football player, you want to play there one day on that field. Historically, it's just if anybody's ever seen the movie Rudy, you can tell the dreams of playing at Notre Dame. You know, they probably the most successful team historically. I know they hadn't won much lately, but still, you know, just for the history, you know, they're like the New York Yankees of college football.
Alabama stuck over the history.
They got the current. You know, Notre Dame has all the history. I mean, because you know, you could just, there's a laundry list of players to come out of Notre Dame.
Well, now, when you get your belly full of football through the holidays, then we got to go back to high school basketball.
Yes. Matter of fact, I rode by the school, and there were cars up there this morning. I believe they are practicing right now.
Oh, well, we're going to get back into the real season. The real season
starts we got one game on the 3rd that was rescheduled.
Oh, I don't have that one.
It was rescheduled because Luverne was still playing football.
Mm-hmm.
January 3rd.
January the 3rd.
It's a home game.
January the 3rd, home.
Luverne.
And
we had a pretty good couple of games with them up there. So we get them back at our place. It'll be a good game to get us back into play them. Before the next day, we have to travel for the real deal.
Well, now I got Slocum at home. Is it away?
On the 4th?
Yeah.
I believe it is. Let me check the schedule I have.
I got home.
That one has, if that's out of the calendar, it may be at home.
It's off the calendar.
Okay, yeah, that one has been changed. It may be at home. But I know we have Slocum.
You're going to find out for that?
I will. I'm looking right now. I'm going to look and see what I've got on
because I've got it home.
All right, let me see what.
But it did come off the calendar.
It is at home.
Okay.
Yes, but so I guess I was wrong. We don't travel. We got them at home. That one will be huge either way. Yeah, that one is at home.
But now after that one, we get on a away streak. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. I got
3 at home. 3 away.
I've got 4. Let's double check here. I got January the 7th, Ozark away.
That one has been canceled.
Completely away.
Completely canceled. Yeah. They did not come to our place. Earlier, so we're not going to theirs.
Oh, okay.
So, I think that would have been a wasted trip anyway.
All right, then January the 8th, I got Strawn away.
Big test at home. Big test on the road.
Then I got January the 11th, Geneva away. Then I got January the 15th, Slocum away.
That's it. And those are all area games.
I was going to say, man,
we got all 3 area games, all 3 road games right in a row. So I'd like to come out. You know, if we came out 2 out of 3 on that would be great.
Well, we'll come back and have another area game. This one with Geneva again.
At home.
At home, though. Then we go back away to Elba.
That's a Saturday.
Okay.
Coach Evers has started that little tradition of playing Elba on Saturday. We played them at home on Saturday.
It goes over good, huh?
And then we're going to go over there on Saturday.
Okay. Strawn will be on the 22nd away there at Strawn.
Now that one's at home on the 22nd.
Okay, I've got away here. But it is at home.
It's at home, yeah. The 22nd's at home.
Okay.
Yeah, the 8th was away.
All right.
And then we have Kinston and
Strawn's
Andalusia.
at home. I'm switching that. Then I got Kinston at home. Is that right?
That'll be our senior night, I'm sure.
Last game, scheduled game.
And then we have Andalusia at home as well, February the 1st. That one's not on the calendar.
February the 1st, Andalusia, home.
And that one, of course, will be a humongous. Andalusia Strawn will bring in a humongous game. Elba brought in a humongous game.
Okay.
Those last 3 home games will probably bring in 3 of the biggest gates we've had.
Bring in the money for the season.
It will. Strawn at home, Kinston at home, Andalusia at home. Those are the 3 biggest gates in basketball. That's going to be huge. All 3 of those games will be.
If they put Brantley in there, it would be even bigger, wouldn't it?
We had them.
Yeah.
We had Brantley at home. And, because the schedule, I don't know if it's on the calendar. But
you had them on the 11th, December 11th.
And But the schedule that Coach Edwards passed out had Brantley on the road twice.
Oh.
So I guess the officials saw that and nobody came, so we had to cancel those.
Well, December the 4th, I had Brantley away, and then on December the 11th, I got Brantley at home.
I know, and the schedule the original schedule had them away both times.
So we didn't get to play them.
So we played them up there, but they didn't come here, and
that was what counts because of the officials.
Yes.
Oh.
Because the officials never showed up, and
wow.
It's like with this, we got this Luverne game rescheduled. We need to
be sure.
We need to call and double check, make sure, because we don't need to lose another home game.
Gate like that.
We don't need to lose another gate. Brantley would have been a huge gate. Luverne will be a big gate. We don't need to lose. We don't need to lose those.
Andalusia needs to be checked on too.
That one, I'm sure we will definitely have officials for that game, because you're not going to lose that one.
Yeah. So hopefully they check.
That one was on the original schedule I got.
Oh, okay.
They just added those later.
All right. I was just looking at the Andalusia schedule here. They play some houses too. They play.
They do. They're not going back. And they play some 4A, 5A, 6As. They've had quite a few losses.
Clark County, Northview,
County,
Wilmington. Wow.
Yeah.
Charles Henderson.
Charles Henderson, yes. I mean, they do. They not. They schedule.
Yeah.
I believe they were swept by Charles Henderson. If that says anything, and it was at Andalusia.
Yeah.
Charles Henderson's girls were the number 1 ranked team. So
yeah,
and this is without their star player who was declared ineligible.
That's right. Which I think
is crap. To be honest, that's just a lot of red tape that the HSA put in front of her. But she's still going to go to college. She's still going to dominate, and
just miss a year of playing high school. She
played.
She played the summer and all.
And there are ways around that. She could easily just go and play somewhere else, overseas or something this season. There's nothing stopping her from still playing.
Travel ball.
Playing for that again. That's just one of those lessons. And like I said, a lot of red tape went into that. I think they could have found a way for her to play. But still, they're still pretty dominant without her.
There's a season after basketball, and they call it baseball and softball. And we got softball fans in Alabama like crazy. But we're actually going to get underway with February the 18th with a JV game with Andalusia.
Is this baseball?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll get the girls will start on the 19th. So right in the middle of February, we'll be in baseball and softball.
We will. It comes right after maybe not even basketball might not even be over yet. But
good chance.
We always start like right around President's Day. As a matter of fact, I think the 18th is President's Day on a Monday.
I was just noticing on baseball, though, we got the Brantley tournament, we got the Strawn tournament, we got the Andalusia tournament, the spring break tournament. Wow.
I think the Brantley tournament and the Andalusia ones are JV.
Oh.
I know the Brantley one is a JV tournament.
Strawn's a JV.
Strawn may be a JV tournament too.
Yeah. Brantley's a JV.
Andalusia one's probably JV. It's called the baseball.
Andalusia's JV.
Now we will be a part of the varsity. Will have their tournament here during spring break. This will be, I believe, the 7th year we've had it. It's always and to me it seems like it's the players play more relaxed. It's during spring break. You're out of school,
having fun.
It is, and it seems like it's one of those. I enjoy that, and we're gonna have 6 games. We're gonna have 18 games in 2 days.
Wow.
6 games on the first day. I believe there's 12 teams in it this year instead of 10. We'll have 12 games the second day, but on 2 fields. So I think Ops got a pretty stiff competition. I believe it's Flomaton the first night, and then the second day it's Clark County and Red Level.
Cool.
So if my memory serves me correct, that's Ops games during that tournament.
I'm noticing over on the softball side, the Op JV tournament's going to be February 22nd,
That usually
23rd.
kicks off the season, or right around there, first week. That is a huge moneymaker. If you look out here, I know you.
Oh, yeah.
If you look out here at these fields, it's crowded, very crowded, both days. And it usually has a lot of county teams in it.
Yes.
I think last year, Coach McVay said last year, I think we had 10 teams in it, and that was the most we'd had in it in ever. I think we had to play on 3 fields.
Right.
We had to play on the regular field at the middle school too. I remember our girls played on that field. All their pool games were on that field.
Cool.
And we're going to have a strong JV team. This is probably going to be one of the better JV teams. If we don't win 15 or 20 games, there's something wrong this year.
Oh.
This is going to be one of the strongest JV teams. Just look at the volleyball team and how good they were. Most of those girls play softball too. So.
Well, now we're going to play in a Troy tournament, JV and varsity, March the 1st and 2nd.
And that one's a tough tournament. They bring in teams from all over. There'll be teams from, the majority of them come from either our area or around Troy, Montgomery. Most of the teams come in from around Montgomery. That is always a tough tournament. The JV team from, which is probably now mostly the girls that graduated last year, won that tournament several years ago, and then the next year they were the runner-up. But we have not played very well in that tournament as of late. But it's always, like I said, it's a tough one. It's a tough early season test.
Well, now our JV will go to the Arrington tournament the 15th and 16th, while our varsity will play in the Andalusia tournament.
That one's I think one of 2 Andalusia tournaments. That one we usually do pretty well in. We've won it, I believe, last year, the year before. So, like I said, we usually do well on that one. I think that one's the one that's actually done by the school.
Okay. The Alt Varsity tournament will be the 22nd and 23rd.
22nd, 23rd.
This is the girls.
Thursday, it'll be the Friday and Saturday. We get out for spring break. We're going to have 2 varsity tournaments right back to back. We'll have this one. This is the first time the girls have had a varsity softball tournament hosting.
Oh, okay.
That I know of. In all the years I've covered, we've never hosted it. We've had the JV one. Now we're going to have a varsity one.
Well, we're going to turn around and play some varsity tournaments. We're going to play in Arrington on the 5th and 6th, Northview on the 12th and 13th, and the Andalusia on the 19th and 20th, and then Pleasant Home the 26th and 27th. Wow!
Every weekend. We do. And there's 6 or 7. You can play in 7 tournaments. I think we're in 6. The Arrington tournament is always one of my favorites because you always get to play somebody different.
Yeah. This gets you ready for the playoffs, doesn't
it? It does. And, these tournaments are just practice, pretty much. You see sometimes some defensive, some hitting, some changes in the lineup that you may not see in the regular season games. And that's what these tournaments are for. I've seen, I can remember one of the funny things was, one of the good things, I think it was very relaxing for the girls sometimes. If we had a big lead in a tournament, Coach Reeves used to let the girls play whatever position they wanted to, except for pitcher and catcher, because he needed that. And you'd see people playing in positions they don't normally play in. And that's how relaxing these tournaments are, and some of them can be very tense. Some of the games are tense. Those are time games as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes them, you can't just wait a few innings to get going. You got to get going from the first inning. Coach Reeves and Coach McVay both say you got to play the first inning. Most important inning of the game is the first inning.
Now, to give you an idea of who the competition will, of course, now tournaments will get into some way off ones at times. They'll play Kinston, Goshen, Brantley, Andalusia, Enterprise, New Brockton, Geneva, said Andalusia already, Enterprise done said again, Northview, Charles Henderson. Those are just in the regular season they'll play.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a young team this year, so just going in, I wouldn't depend heavily on our record because that's some tough competition. And we have, for those that don't know, we lost 8 seniors last year, and we only had 7 coming back. And out of those 7, only 1 or 2 played regularly last year. But we do have a very small area. It's just Opp, Geneva, and Strawn. That's it.
That helps.
That does. I know you should never complain about a 3-team area. And Geneva will probably be the heavy favorites, and it'll be between us and Stronach who goes to Gulf Shores.
Now I'm looking back over the varsity baseball. What's this Hit for Heroes over in Cottonwood?
Hits for Heroes is something they do for the military.
Okay.
Dothan has done this every year. We'll probably play that game at Northcutt Field over there close to where Houston Academy plays their football games. For those that have went to the football game there a couple of years ago. And there's a baseball field right there. We'll play that game there more than likely. But they do this every year, and we have been a part of it every year. We play Northview. The couple of years we played Northview. We're going to play Cottonwood this year. We played Dean Bozeman in it one year out of Florida. And but it is a very, very good thing they do. It is to help with support military, disabled military people who are, because there are a lot of veterans struggling. And this goes to help them with just the simple things in life, a lot of it.
Now, regular season, I'll give you an idea of who our varsity plays. Sarah Land, St.
This is
Paul.
a tournament. This is a tournament.
Oh.
I believe that, I think it says at home, but I think all those games will be at Sarah Land High School.
Well, it says at home, Sarah Land, on February 21st.
This is a tournament, if it's the same one that we used to be in, we've played in we played in one called the Tom Bigby Tournament. And it's all in that Mobile area. We had played mostly in Clark County.
You mean we're going to play in the Sarah Land on the 21st and come right back to Brantley on the 22nd?
I don't know how that's going to work. It may be here. I don't know how that's going to work. But I believe that tournament is down there in Brantley's probably JV.
JV, it is.
That's probably JV.
Yeah.
But I think those games will be at Sarah Land, all three of them. There's Sarah Land, St. Paul's, and somebody else.
And Satsuma.
Satsuma, yeah.
But all three say home, so you think that's a tournament?
I think that is that.
Tournament.
I think that's that tournament, and I think all of them are going to be at Sarah Land.
Okay.
Because we have played in that tournament. I remember I have gone to. We played at Clark County High School one year. We played at Leroy High School. A couple of years.
Okay.
Definitely a good experience for the boys.
Yeah.
They'll spend the night. I mean, it's like it's almost like a playoff atmosphere because you're gonna play one game one day and then you play two games the next.
That's what they got on the schedule like that, but they got them all home here.
I think that's a way. I'm pretty sure that all three of them will be at Sarah Land.
All right. Of course, we have Andalusia, Brantley, W.S. Neal, Charles Henderson, Providence Christian. Of course, that's Luverne, Arrington, Red Level, Theodore, and Andalusia. That looks like that's big go over in Andalusia.
That's probably the JV baseball tournament. It's usually I think it has in recent years. It used to be 4 or 5 teams, and you actually played over a couple of days, and it was a tournament. I think it'll probably just be they call it a tournament, but I think it's just a glorified doubleheader.
Oh, okay.
With 3 teams in it, and we usually play Andalusia. I think last year we played Andalusia, and then we played T.R. Miller.
And then they got us for Theodore this time.
And Andalusia, Theodore, and probably the only 3 teams that'll be there.
Okay.
But it's somebody different, and Theodore's 6 or 7A school too, so.
Well,
that'll be huge.
Name of the games. So, lots of action still around, and make plans to be a part of it.
It's going to be a good ball and stick year. But we're going to have both teams are going to be young, very young. Baseball, I've already seen the rosters. It's chucked full of sophomores. The JV team is they've done a little differently this year. Our numbers were down. They have taken a few junior high kids that will play on the JV team, and we are going to have a middle school team too.
Okay.
I was not sure about that because, like I said, there's 7th and 8th graders that will be playing JV, but a lot of other schools have gone to this too.
Okay.
And I was worried about our numbers having enough kids coming out to field a middle school team. I think if our numbers are definitely on the decline, as far as number of kids wanting to come out, and that doesn't really necessarily mean anything bad, but it just means we may have to contract the middle school team one year. Well, not too many schools field 3 teams. I don't know of any, except maybe the larger ones like Charles Henderson that might actually field 3 teams.
And it's not just an op thing. This is numbers are down on all schools. Numbers are down on varsity football.
And numbers are down here in every sport.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that the kids are just not coming out, although I think football this year there was 5 to 10 I saw sitting in the stands that could have played football.
Well,
should have played football.
I understand the numbers are going to be up. Hearsay we're going to have about 15 try out.
But we dressed out, I believe, 48 this year, and we didn't lose anything. We lost 5 seniors, and we're only going to have 5 or 6 seniors returning, but the majority will be juniors. That class is, and from what I've seen, and even in middle school, that class didn't perform all that. That was not a football class. That looks like it's going to be a basketball and basketball and baseball class. Although I think there's only 3 sophomores on the basketball team, but that group definitely has something. Basketball can definitely make up some history this year. The chances there, the area is not that heavy. We've been in some areas before where it was just, the competition was so tough you couldn't, despite the fact we'd win 15 or 20 games, we still couldn't get out of the area tournament.
Oh, yeah.
But the kids, we made it past the area tournament last year for the first time in 26 years. It was so good to get that monkey on our back. And the kids, we just got through playing in a tournament up at Georgiana. And I think we made my brother nervous during halftime of that game.
Good.
We came in runner-up. Runner-up, both the boys and the girls. And
girls got that monkey off their back.
Girls got that 39 games off their back with a last-second shot. And the way it happened and the way they celebrated, you'd think we'd won a state championship. But that's what happens when you hadn't won one in a couple of years. And my brother jokingly said, why don't y'all play all your home games up here? The last 2 wins our girls have been at that tournament.
Yeah.
And but that was a huge monkey off their back, monkey off the coach's back, her first win. They got a trophy too. We didn't play all that well the next day against Georgiana, but my brother's team's real tough. And, the boys was a 14-point game. It was 62-48, and it was a 2-point game at halftime.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think my brother was a little nervous at halftime. Yeah. But that just shows. I mean, and that's, of course, I'm not bragging on him, but they are one of the better teams around here.
Sure.
And it was their tournament at their place, but it's a big, it's a big boost for our boys, and I just hope it continues the second half of the season. Like I said, we got a chance to do something historically well this year.
After enjoying all the football games on the tube, get out and support the basketball programs off the girls and the JV and the boys, and then start getting ready for baseball and softball, so there's plenty of stuff to do. Join the Booster Club.
That's right.
Still money's worth, by all means.
Yes.
Hey, we'll do this again next Wednesday. Okay, Trip?
All right. Got a couple of viewers and red level.
Good. Good. Whew. Good.
All right. Yeah, that school calendar schedule's all messed up.